With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shell. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran shoot of feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scant to see if hours making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending different bills when truth is to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and party life and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, the 25th of January 2023. This is a Wednesday. Now, I know you might be thinking, but Phil is off on Wednesdays. Correct. However, I missed the bingo yesterday. I had to cancel short notice. Everything's fine, don't worry, I just couldn't make it, essentially. I'm just going to leave it at that, but yeah. I decided that because Phil's off today, we can do yesterday's podcast, Tuesday 24th, and do that today, since there's no Phil to endure today, and that way you guys still get bingo, albeit a day later than usual. And also has a few positives because it means that we can just basically turbocharge our way through the podcast at 1.25 or 1.5 speed for the most part. There is no like waiting around for Phil to just kind of get to the point. I mean, obviously to make sure we don't miss anything in the card, we're still going to have to endure the podcast, but we can pretty much do it at a faster speed than usual for the whole thing. So that's one positive there. So what about bubbles? So if Phil blows bubbles, it's a free space. That's the thing. Everything is still up for grabs. If Phil blows bubbles for recording for gameplay for his YouTube, that is a free space. If he has 100 likes on a stream, if we have 100 likes on this stream, that's a free space. If Phil still snorts 25 times, free space. I've done my best to not spoil myself on what happens in this podcast. I know very little podcast itself. I think we're back. Guys, can you hear me okay? Is everything okay? I'll tell people to refresh. Hopefully everything's okay now. I'm sorry about that, guys. My internet just had a blip. I have no idea why, so I'm sorry about that. Warlock says, once we finish bingo or before, can we go over Anne's video? Even a 10-minute video where Phil kind of apologises for begging a lot more than usual. I've seen that video, yeah, I've seen that wee video from Anne. We can catch it at the end. I think that's something we can enjoy at the end once we finish bingo. It's a great shout though. It's a weird thing where we can actually go through Phil's entire day, like a day later. It's bizarre. Profit not required. It's not a PC thing, it's just my internet being weird. Let's just spin the wheel and get on with the bingo. And then we can enjoy some of the other things as well. Because we actually have things that we know Phil has done since yesterday. There you go. There you go, today's criteria. Fantastic stuff. So, there you go. Fantastic. Let me, no, just, oops, typed it wrong. There you go. We need a number between 1 and 200. The first number in chat I see will be the one I use for today's bingo card. So, yeah guys, first number in chat I see will be the one. 117. Random for War Dog, but there you go. The 117th bingo card which has the term "there you go" in it. There you go. I didn't mean to fucking say that as a thing, I just said it naturally. So the right card on the right hand side is the card we have for today's bingo shenanigans. It is Phil being in defence mode, him ignoring a troll tip, him saying positive. That being said, shout out to that being said, by the way, they are live tonight in about 2.5 hours time. And you see, then I got Twitter, interesting, what are you talking about, or what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody, or no one, and that annoying T-sound he makes. The third row is Phil saying likes, variety, him snorting, him saying now, and absolutely. The fourth row is Phil saying sound good, him laughing, him saying there you go, him using hateful swords, and him saying fuck. The final row is Phil saying tired, Q&A, gifted memberships, him clearing his throat, and his voice cracking. I think this could be a very strong card indeed. I'm going to save it right fucking now, and then we can basically begin the show immediately because we have everything ready to go, just waiting to fucking happen. So let me just save it very quickly, and then we'll just begin, and maybe we can get a wee full house, or 25 out of 25 to, and hopefully that'll make up. If we get a full house today, you know, that'll make up for me not being able to yesterday. I do apologise once again, guys, for missing yesterday. Just something came up. I don't like, you know, having to bail. I mean, especially last second. If it was kind of out of my hands anyway, and you guys knew well ahead of time, that's one thing. But I had to like cancel it like 30 minutes or something before I was due, or something like that, you know, so I do feel bad for a very short notice towards it. But, yeah, the card's been saved, fantastic stuff. Let's, and by the way, the podcast is also, I'm using Phil's recorded podcast. He obviously stops recording once he has that dumbass slide at the very end there. However, I managed to catch the end of his live stream, and I recorded it myself. So we have the unrecorded bit as well, from before he starts gameplay, just in case we need it. So I was a wee bit sneaky that way. I was a wee bit sneaky I went and caught that from Phil's live stream right near pretty much you know, like late on yesterday for me. Or say late on for me anyway. I managed to get on near the end of his first stream essentially. The computer again, and I managed to catch that myself and capture it. But anyway, let me get the bingo card. There is no live DSP chat, by the way. Obviously, there's no live chat to capture, so that's just going to be blank today, the fucking chat. But it is what it is. Yeah, Raven's live, of course. He's having me. He's covering it as well. Yeah, Raven's covering it as well. I'm actually happy because I managed to get Raven to say something funny earlier on. I managed to get Raven to say that give more blood. It's a cool dude, but has a tiny mouth. So that's a good sound clip for Give More Blood to enjoy if he wants to try and find it. He said it earlier on, I thought that's great, I managed to fucking make Raven read it out. Yep, I had a feeling Give More Blood would be surprised at that, but there you fucking go. I'm spreading the word, pal. I'm talking you up. I'm also reminding them that you got a small mouth, but I'm saying you're a cool dude. I'm not lying, I'm speaking facts, that's all. Here we go, so let me just get the bingo card all pulled up and ready to enjoy and endure. Give me a wee second, guys. Should be on screen for you now. Let me make sure it looks okay. That's fine. Okay. You guys all ready for some immediate DSP bingo at 1.5 speed? Yep, 1.5 speed. Greg Alex saying Blood did a face reveal. I seen that. I seen Blood's face reveal. And yes, he did look very young. Unshaven fucking face who seemed incapable of growing facial hair on his wee tiny mouth. Gimbo Blood says he's 39. Aye, right. No one believes it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're busy having fun down here on Level 1. Welcome to the Bifrost Blue Dungeon. How's everyone today? We're doing good. Today is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. It has been a 6-day week of awesome streams and fun. I mean, what a week it's been when you really think back and recap. We had major progress in certain games like One Piece and Signalis. We had one of the arguably wildest weeks I've ever had in Warzone. And we had some nice, chill fun in Oblivion. It's a good balance of stuff this week, I would say. Admittedly, not the most exciting or action-packed week, right? When you look at it, I mean, there's really little to no new release stuff. The one new release that I am playing is One Piece, which is a JRPG, which, as you know, does not garner lots of interest from my mainstream audience that's looking for more action-based stuff. And so, I get it, all right? I get it. It is what it is. But coming up this next week, we've got some really exciting stuff. We've got reason for people to be reinvigorated again here on DSP Gaming, which I'm very excited about. We'll talk about in a moment. In fact, I'm literally downloading right now the new game release for this week coming out Friday that everyone's hyped for. Also, we've got some good variety coming up with Ask the King, my bi-monthly Q&A show, which I'm always excited to do, and actually it's the first thing I'm doing back from my break tomorrow. So that's a good thing, right? Also, what a great week we've had here for YouTube Shorts. I put out a good variety of them this week. You know, I started off this week with a YouTube short of Jasper Kitty actually talking on stream last week for the first time ever, which was really cute. And then after that, followed it up with a couple different YouTube Shorts of Warzone over the course of this week. And then we even had one of Resident Evil 1 Remake. You know, interestingly enough, out of all the gameplay clips, Resident Evil 1 Remake did the best. I'm not really surprised. At the same time, the Warzone stuff's good too. In fact, I just uploaded a new one this morning. Now, I've been playing them on the stream.
Guys, is this too fast to try and keep up with bingo stuff? This is 1.5 speed, and it is quite rapid. But I can put down to 1.25 if it feels a bit too fast to try and catch all the bingo stuff, because obviously, usually at the start anyway, at the start of these bingo streams, there is a lot to try and catch, because Phil does go quite a few of them. He gets through quite a few of these usually quite early on. So, I was thinking it might be a little fast. I'm pretty confident I've caught everything so far, but at the same time, I am having to, like, stretch myself a bit more. So I'll go down to 1.25, so it's still faster than normal, and hopefully it's not going to be too fast.
Streams every day. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to say, hey, go check out the new YouTube short here on DSP Gaming for yourself. Judge for yourself. What it is a small montage of a few of the wacky moments of what I would call like my craziest night ever in Warzone. It was just weird stuff going on nonstop, whether it was bad luck, weird placements, or even bad servers, because the server was so bad that night that everything was glitching and teleporting and going crazy, as you'll see in this short. So give it a look. And if you like that short, I have something special for you coming tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow's my day off. Tomorrow I will not be here to live stream, nor will I be uploading regular gameplay. However, tomorrow I have a special montage for all of you, a 5-minute long montage of all the glitches, bugs, and really weird things.
Okay, I've actually saw some of this fucking montage already. This montage was fucking pish. That montage was garbage. It wasn't even... It has no editing other than fucking clipping different segments, and the only editing it actually has is fucking replacing every single swear with a duck sound effect. Because Phil does swear a lot in his alls. There is no genuine editing went it whatsoever. It's like, what the fuck? And it's like, it's clear. The sad thing is, it wasn't even Phil that edited it. He had to get somebody else to edit this for him. It's just bizarre, this fucking like 5-minute fucking video. There's no effort whatsoever went into the fucking production of this fucking, video. Like, anything, it could have been a title. There's no title in the fucking video. Like, obviously the video had a title for YouTube, but you could have had a wee graphic on the video saying the date and the game. No, nothing like that. Just a raw footage with occasional duck sound effect whenever Phil swore.
Plus my reactions to them. That happened that night in Warzone when the servers were going crazy. So if you didn't see that stream, you're going to want to see this video regardless. You're going to laugh your ass off, because I couldn't stop laughing that night how bad everything was. And I'm going to release that tomorrow on my day off. And I almost never release stuff on my day off, but I figure here's something special for the day off. Give it a look. Okay? See what you think. So there you go. It's been a wacky week, like I said. It really has been. But it feels like the calm before the storm, as finally the first new major release of the year, Dead Space Remake, is coming out this Friday, which I know all of you are excited for. I am too. I'm curious to see what they've done with this game. Is it the same as the original? Did they change a lot? How are the graphics? How are the controls? Does it hold up to the original Dead Space? Does it hold up to Callisto Protocol, which just came out a month ago, right? We're going to find out. I'm excited for that. So good stuff coming up this week, all right? As for this podcast, excuse me, I kept saying the wrong word twice. I don't have too much in the realm of like tons of stuff to talk about. Not a lot of topics. There's like one news story to talk about today, which is just a follow-up to a news story from last year, which we knew was coming. But outside of that, there's not a heck of a lot going on in the realm of game news. So today, really what we'll do is we'll recap what's going on. We'll go over the schedule, do this one news story, and then I think a lot of the show is either going to be shout-outs for contributions, if any come in, and Q&A. There's really not that much else to do today. A more chill episode of the Level 1 podcast. And what I would like to say is thank you to those of you that are here, even if you don't really care about the game I'm about to play, Signalis, because I'll be honest, I don't think many people do care about the game I'm about to play. It's kind of sad. I like it. It's something unique and different, an homage to classic throwback survival horror games. I'd say the only holdback of it is that the graphics aren't great. They're more pixelated. It's an indie studio. They did what they could, probably with their budget and their means. I personally think it's pretty good, but a lot of people this week kind of crapping all over it, saying they didn't really like it, which is a shame. I was hoping that you guys would like it, especially because people voted for it. It was that between that and Resident Evil 0. You guys voted for Signalis, and it just really didn't get any steam this week, which sucks. It is what it is. I played it, I like it, but not every game, I guess, is going to resonate with my audience. It does make me a little nervous about covering indie games like this in the future, because I took a chance on this one, not knowing how it would do. I didn't know anything about it. You guys recommended it to me. I took a chance and it didn't work. You guys don't like it, so it is kind of disheartening, but I guess we'll see. All right? Anyway, rather than individually address each thing, why don't we get to the schedule? Why don't we just get through it? That way we can have it out of the way, and guys know what to expect this week. Sound good? Okay, so today, the Level 1 podcast, of course. A new short is out. Check that out. And then, right after we finish this podcast, we're starting up with Signalis again. This is the game I was just mentioning. The throwback survival horror game has gameplay elements of old Resident Evil plus Silent Hill. I'm hoping that, you guys will maybe stick around after the podcast and give it a shot. If you don't, I won't hold it against you. but I certainly hope that you guys would, especially if you haven't yet. It's interesting, it's unique, but it does feel dated. It's meant to be a game that plays like a dated game. And if you don't like those old school survival horror games, you're likely not going to like the playthrough. So, we'll see what happens. We're in a part of the game that's very Silent Hill-esque. There's no map. It's incredibly confusing. The walls are pulsating with flesh. It's disgusting. But I just figured out a way to open up a bunch of doors that previously I couldn't open. So we got to retrace our steps, open up these doors, see what's in them, and solve some puzzles, and hopefully make advancement in the game. We'll see how that goes today. Now, will I beat the game today? I don't know. We're about 8 hours in, and the reports are that the game is 10 to 14 hours long. People who play 14 hours tend to get stuck on certain puzzles and the like, which makes their playthroughs longer. I didn't really get stuck on any puzzles, admittedly. Like, I think I'm so used to playing old school survival horror games that I kind of found my way through all the puzzles, didn't have a problem. But I also don't know how much is left in the game. So I guess we're going to see today how it goes, you know, and go from there and judge for ourselves. Fair enough? Let's see what happens. All right. I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll engage and support the stream if you can, because yeah, Signalis right now is almost a dead playthrough. People are not sticking around to watch it. People are not really engaging, talking with me, nor supporting the streams. That's unfortunate. You know, if you are here for the Level 1 podcast and you enjoy this, if you could engage and support with me this morning, like I said, most of this podcast will be Q&A. I would really appreciate that. It really sucks having a first stream knowing that a lot of people are going to disengage as soon as I boot up the game. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Anyway, later tonight, the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. It's time for more Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. This has been a really wild and fun ride so far. The game has some interesting quests, some zaniness, a lot of interaction between you guys and me, which I love. You know, like I said, the only way this playthrough would work is if you help me out and talk to me all the time about stuff, and you have, and it's been really fun. I actually can't wait for more Oblivion later tonight on the late stream. We're going to continue on. We're in another new town now, right? I think we just arrived at another new town. I can't remember the name of it, but we just got there. We're going to investigate the town. We're probably going to do more quests for the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. If and when we so choose, we can now do the Dark Brotherhood. We unlocked that last time as well, so that's a possibility. We'll see what we want to do tonight, but that's that is the strength of these games, the Elder Scrolls game, is that there's so much content and so much to do. You could have a night where you're intending to do one thing and you stumble upon 10 other interesting things, and next thing you know, 2 hours have passed. Like, what happened? Wow, it's over. We actually just played for 2 hours. I can't even believe it, right? This happens all the time. So, I'm excited for tonight. How is Jasper? Asked Casanova. He's literally right here on the floor sleeping. He's happy to be able to join me on certain streams. He loves it. Because the thing is, like I said, he's a social cat. He wants to be with us humans at all times. If he's left alone, he doesn't like it. When we leave the house...
Us humans. Why the fuck does he speak like a goddamn alien? Us human people. He wants to be... He's a people person cat. Kind of... Fuck off. Us humans.
To go out for a day, he goes right to sleep. And hopes that, you know, we'll be back soon so he can play with us and interact with us again. That's how he is. So, whenever I'm streaming, he wants to be in here. And he's in here. You'll maybe see him jump on the chair a few times, but right now he's already napping on the floor. See, these certain days when my wife goes to work in the morning, he's up early with her. She wakes up early to get ready, and he wakes up early, and he's running all over the house. He's trying to wake me up. I'm like, ugh. Yeah. But anyway, so he's napping. Yeah, I'm glad he gets to nap, because he tried to wake me up 14 times this morning when I was sleeping. Okay, so that's today's streaming day. It's Level 1 Podcast, Signalis, and Oblivion. Again, my final consecutive streaming day of the week. So if you guys could support today's streams, I would really appreciate it. Yes, admittedly, this week has been a slow week. We had 2 days now in a row where the support on the streams was not that great, except for gifted memberships, which was absolutely outstanding. That's why we actually hit our Tier 1 members goal for the month, and we're doing that Super Bowl event in February no matter what. We've locked in. Thank you for that. But the normal support that I would get, things like Super Chats, tips, have been slower this week. So it'd be great if we could have a strong final day of the week. If possible, it's okay if we don't. It's not going to, again, it's not the end of the world, but it would be great to have a nice final strong day before I go on my break tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow, I'm off. As I said, I will be running errands, doing things, you know, probably ordering some food for my wife and I. You know, my wife had a long week of work this week with various different shifts and hours. So likely we're staying home because she's going to be so beat. You know, we'll probably have a not too an eventful day tomorrow. But as I said, tomorrow I will upload that 5-minute montage of the glitches and weird bugs that happened during the laggy night in Warzone. So give that a look. All right. I will return on Thursday. Thursday's first gameplay stream is not a gameplay stream. Yeah. Thursday's first stream is a short version of the Level 1 podcast, probably like 30 minutes. And then Ask the King. Ask the King is my bi-monthly Q&A show where I answer...
So he's still doing a podcast tomorrow, but it'll be a very short one. Should I just do a very small... I think I'll just do a small bingo then tomorrow, like a maybe a 3x3 square or some fish, and hopefully that can work out. Instead of doing a 5x5 square, 3x3, because it'll be a shorter podcast anyway, but it's still nice to do something rather than just ignore it.
Your questions live for about 3 hours, okay? It's going to be the first time ever with the new setup, so it'll be interesting to see how Ask the King looks with the new lighting and everything. I think I'm going to do a different color lighting for that show specifically. I think I know what color I want to use for it. We'll see how it looks. But I'm excited to answer your questions. So, how can you get your questions answered on the show? Number one, if you are a channel member, you get massive priority to get your question answered on the show because I take the vast majority of questions for that show from channel members. All right? So, post up if you haven't. If you haven't, what do? You go to the main channel page of DSP Gaming right here on YouTube. There's a bunch of tabs. Go scroll over to the tab that says membership. Click on that. It'll pop up all the members only posts. And the top one there should be the thread where I said, hey, post up your questions for Ask the King. Post your question up or questions. All right? What are you waiting for? If you're a member and you didn't do this yet, why aren't you using your membership privileges? Go ahead and do so. Okay? So there you go. Please do that. And that's where I'm primarily going to pull that from. However, there will be more questions that I will take from my forums on dspgaming.com. So if you're not a channel member, be sure to post up your questions over there. Type ! Ask the King into the stream chat to bring up the link. That will have the direct link to the thread where you can post up. Or maybe you're not live on stream right now. Go to dspgaming.com. Scroll down the forums. You'll see the section for Ask the King. Boom. Most recent post there should be the one you post up. And there you have it. Now, I do also the day of accept Twitter questions, as well as sometimes, if there's time permitting, questions from the chat. If you want to post up on my Twitter, it's @TheyCallMeDSP. But I only accept questions when I'm setting up for the show. So you can't post them up now. You'd have to actually wait for that show to be live. Well, excuse me. You'd have to wait like an hour before the show is live. And then I'll post up on my Twitter, hey guys, taking questions now. Typically, I take a few small questions from Twitter. It's not a ton, maybe 3 to 5, something like that. So it's going to be a great show. It starts later than usual. You know, my usual stream starts 10:45 a.m. In this case, my stream will start 12:30 p.m. It'll only be about a 30-minute podcast just for me to give my schedule and probably a little bit of Phil's day off, and that's it. And then we're jumping right into Ask the King for 3 hours of Q&A. Okay? All right. Then the late stream on Thursday is up in the air. And the reason being is because I don't know if I'm going to beat Signalis today or not. If we happen to complete Signalis today, then that's it. And we will do Warzone on Thursday night. Okay? If we don't beat Signalis today, well, I have to complete it before Friday. So that means Thursday night we'll beat Signalis and we'll finish the game then. Okay? So we'll see how things go today and go from there. Fair enough? Okay. Friday, what are we doing? It is the premiere of Dead Space Remake all day long on Friday. Both streams. I'm doing Dead Space Remake. This is per your request. You guys were asking, hey, please play it all day long because we're craving the first new release of the year. Dead Space is an amazing game. Seeing it remade is going to be awesome. I'm all for it. So you guys can have it all day long. I'll play it all day long. We'll get 5 hours in to this awesome remake. Hopefully it's good. Okay? Then, what we'll do all week is we will alternate. Probably Saturday, we'll have a main gameplay stream of like One Piece, and then night stream will be like Warzone. And then Saturday, it'll be Dead Space and Elder Scrolls. And we'll probably alternate those 4 games back and forth for the rest of the week. And that'll give us our variety. Okay? Now, that'll take us into the end of the month. Next month, we do have several new releases. If you're not aware, let's go through them because I actually have them in my list here. If I can get my phone to work. See here. So, in February, we've got Hogwarts. Well, first of all, on January 31st, we've got a new SpongeBob game. SpongeBob and the Cosmic Shake. Depending on how we're doing with all the other games, I may or may not play it. Likely, I am playing it. I just don't know if I'm going to play it exactly on release day or not. We'll see how things go. Okay? Then, February 10th is Hogwarts Legacy. On February 11th, we're doing my Super Bowl Saturday Bash Marathon event. On the February 21st, it's Atomic Heart, as well as Like a Dragon Ishin. So, we've got a good variety of stuff coming out in February. Way more than January. Like, tons more stuff. Alright? Now, you may have noticed something. I did not mention Forspoken. That's correct. I did not order Forspoken. Forspoken is out right now. Why did I not mention it? Why am I not playing it? Because I'm not interested in it, and it's not very good. It's that simple. If you look at all the stuff, all the promotion for it, the demos, it's not very impressive. The best thing about it, I feel, is the graphics. Like, the graphics look really good. Outside of that, it just never really appealed to me. You know what I'm saying? Look at the reviews. The reviewers agree. Some people give it a 5 out of 10, and these are mainstream review sites. Not to say that you can always trust them, but when the consensus in the review seems to be it's not very good, that's a problem, and there is a consensus. I knew from all the footage I saw of it, the gameplay I saw of it, I knew it wasn't going to be anything special. It was all flash and no substance. You know, oh, look how pretty it looks. But then when you start playing, like, well, what is this? It's not that good. It's kind of repetitive. It's, you know, not very interesting. All the reviews say it's basically super boring, open world, like nothing to do. And even the platforming is kind of meh, not that good. But the best part is like the graphics and the music.
And it's not even coherent.
So I'm not interested in it. I'm not playing it. That simple.
If he's been drinking.
So there you go. You want to play it yourself or watch someone else play it. I'm sure there's tons of other people playing it. I'm sure there's people getting paid to play it. If you notice, big streamers out of nowhere playing Forspoken for some weird reason, it's probably because they're being paid to play it now because they're counting on word-of-mouth sales from big streamers playing the game. This is how the business works. Okay? Anyway, I'm not interested in it, so I'm not doing it. I'm skipping it, okay? All right. And yes, I did skip Fire Emblem. I'm not playing that either. I'm already in the midst of 2 RPGs. I'm definitely not taking up another one right now, so no Fire Emblem for me either, okay? Okay, there you go. That's the schedule, my friends. We hit our members goal. That means the Super Bowl Saturday event is happening. We will talk more in the coming weeks about what you guys would like to see me do for that event. Already people have started nominating ads for that event, which is great because I want to react to Super Bowl ads during that event. If you don't know what I'm talking about, on the main channel page of DSP Gaming, under the community tab, there's a thread that I posted up yesterday live on this show where you guys can post up advertisements from old school Super Bowls. And I'm going to react to a lot of those ads during my Super Bowl Saturday event, just like I did during the Black Friday Adpocalypse. So please post up ads. They have to be on YouTube. They can't have licensed music in them. There's some criteria that I post there to please abide by. But for the most part, people have already done this. It's really going to be helpful. And thanks in advance for you guys nominating those ads. All right. In addition to that, I'm going to be playing old school sports games. I'm going to be doing food stuff. Like, we're going to be eating snacks and things over the course of the day that are stuff that you would eat during, like, watching a sports game. I'm probably going to be drinking some beer. We're going to have silly NFL accessories and decorations and things. And I'm probably going to be doing a 30-man over-the-top rope fantasy battle royal and commentate on it as well. I mean, we've got so much going on during this event. It's going to be amazing. All right. I hope you guys will join me for it. That's Saturday, February 11th. Okay. But you may be like, well, why the hell is there another goal there? It's a stretch goal. All right. If we hit 650 members by the end of the month, I will be doing a special React event. What will it be? I don't know yet. You guys would determine. But what we would do is talk about what are some things you'd like to see me react to at length on the internet. You know, there's been a lot of new documentaries and things out there that I haven't even considered. For example, there's a documentary on Toby Turner. There's a documentary on that guy with the glasses / Channel Awesome. There's all these different things that I could do big react events to. And I'm very excited for that, okay? So I hope that you will consider becoming a member if you're not, renewing a membership that lapsed, or maybe gifting some memberships. It might be cool if we hit this. We still have a chance. There's a whole week left between now and the end of the month. All right? Pretty cool. What's funny is Tyrannus just said in the chat, who's Toby Turner? The funny part about that is that back in the day, Toby Turner was insanely huge on YouTube, right? He was a ginormous monster on YouTube. He was super popular, making tons of money. And now today, you say Toby Turner, people are like, who's Toby Turner? Yeah, pretty interesting, right? Well, that's what the documentary is about. You see? Okay. Anyway, cool. So there you have it. I have one news story to talk about today. All right? The news story is thus. Several months ago, we talked about that Activision Blizzard and a company called NetEase had a major falling out. All right? The falling out is that NetEase is the company that was hired to distribute and maintain Activision Blizzard games in China. For those who don't know, China is very different than the rest of the world. China basically locks their shit down. Their internet, their social media, all of it is regulated by their own government. Meaning, let's say, for example, you have a game that's online, okay? And you want people in China to play it. They can't just play it over the internet. There has to be a liaison company that actually is in between, that works in and through China to do that for you and regulate your game. I know that sounds weird because it is, but China 1,000,000% regulates everything in their country. It literally is like a lockdown country. So NetEase has always been this company that has done it for Activision Blizzard. They've been doing it since 2008. So you're talking, a 15-year relationship. But they had a falling out, and Activision Blizzard didn't renew their contract. Okay, I guess NetEase maybe wanted more money or whatever. I don't know how it works. So, guess what? As of this morning, all Activision Blizzard games just turned off in China, including World of Warcraft. Now, if you're not aware, Warcraft is giant in China. Do you remember many years ago, there was a Warcraft movie that came out, and it absolutely tanked in the Americas and in Europe. But guess where that movie did well? China. For some reason, these CGI movies, even those, remember the Ninja Turtles Michael Bay movies, how awful they were? They did well in China. These CGI movies do really well in China. The Chinese love CGI. I don't know why, but it's their thing. They go to the theaters in droves, and they watch these movies constantly. So imagine that. Imagine that this is your major market for stuff, and you're just shutting off that market. That's what's happened. And what's funny is I read an article about it this morning. Apparently, Activision Blizzard is claiming they made a last-ditch effort to make a 6-month negotiation with NetEase to at least keep the games online and working while they hashed out a more long-term deal. But it fell through. NetEase responded and said, this is ridiculous. No, they hadn't talked to us in months, and then all of a sudden they contacted us last minute saying they wanted to make like a last-minute negotiation to keep the games going. Like, we already had heard they're talking with other companies to do this. Why would we want to negotiate with them now when we've heard they're directly working with our competitors? This is stupid, so we said no. So it sounds to me, honestly, I mean, you want my honest take? I don't side with China much. But in this case, it sounds to me like Activision Blizzard is being kind of stupid. Like, you have to do this to get games in China, correct? You have to. It's kind of like you got to do the deal with the devil. What else are you going to do? And they've always worked with this company. Now, I don't know the internals of what really happened here. Maybe NetEase did wanted more money. Who knows? I don't know actually why the negotiations fell through because no one's saying anything specific. I guess probably they're on NDAs or whatever, right? They can't talk about it. But no one else obviously is going to work with Activision Blizzard. It's been months and they found no one. So it's kind of like give them what they want or their games are dead. I guess they decided, well, our games are just dead then. Okay, that's an interesting move. I mean, you only have millions upon millions of people in China playing your games. I don't know how that makes any sense. But okay, I guess, you know, and then I have to agree with if what they're saying is true. Think about this, you know, negotiations break down. All right, so you're not going to be the company that's going to distribute our content anymore in China. Goodbye. Okay. Months pass, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're contacted by Activision again. Hey, so here's a last-minute offer. Let's keep the games running for 6 months. Here you go. Like, wait, what? No, we stopped talking months ago. Like, this is done. This is off the table. We already made our decision. We're done. We're not doing this anymore. Like, why are you even bothering us, right? And then Activision Blizzard comes out and makes them look like the villain. When, you know what I mean? I don't even understand that. I think this actually is a case where Activision Blizzard's kind of in the wrong, the way they spun this. They're trying to make NetEase look like a villain when they're like, no, we were already done talking. Like, just because you come out of the blue and offer some kind of a Hail Mary offer that we're not even, you know, courting. Why are we in the wrong here? I don't know. Anyway, in China, they have their own social media. They can't use Twitter. They can't use Facebook. But Chinese gamers have been posting up in droves on their own social media network. I forget what it's called. It starts with a W. And they're all lamenting the loss of Warcraft. They're all like, dude, we've been playing, you know, World of Warcraft for 15 plus years. And now it's taken away from us. We can't play it anymore. It's like the end of our social life. For some of them, that is their social life. Like, is it Weibo? W-E-I-B-O. That's what it's called. And they have something called Redbook. Oh, I didn't know that. I never heard about Redbook before. So Weibo and Redbook. So yeah, apparently they're really upset. The Chinese gamers are like, you know, we're being punished because two corporations couldn't come to an agreement. And this is a social part of our lives that we've had for many, many years. And you've taken it away from us. Yeah. It's messed up. All right. Anyway, that's the news. Okay. So by the way, I should say this before we get to Q&A. I know you guys will love these decorations this month, correct? You did, right? Well, next month we're going to have new ones. I'm going to have to figure out how to set them up. Would you like a preview? I'm just curious. You guys a little bored? You want a preview of something that's going to debut here next month and it'll be in the background? No? No? You don't care? No. Okay, forget it. Never mind. Never mind. I don't need to show you guys a preview. Forget it. Nah, it's all right. You guys don't seem interested. Who cares? Right? I know. I'm just an old fart. No one cares about what I like. Right? Oh, wait. Now people are saying yes. Now everyone's saying yes in the chat. Oh, yes? Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Now everyone wants to see it. Okay. All right, hold on. Hold on.
Shut the fuck up!
Ready?
So that they can try to derail the shit that I'm doing on my stream, you know? And it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating.
Pretty cool.
I just want to have fun.
Right?
I really just want to fucking have fun.
Pretty cool. I like them both. I like both my Mega Man pieces of art. I think they're really cool, but we can alternate. Pretty neat, huh? I also have something completely different than this. And it's a little bit different shaped. And I'm wondering how I'm going to get it to fit into the background. But I want to use it for next month. So we got this, and we got another piece of art that will debut next month in my backgrounds. It'll be there for all of February. And then what we'll do is we'll alternate the different ones back and forth. Maybe one month we'll have all Mega Man. Okay? I know, I love these pieces of art. These guys, again, this is a collaboration between Square Painter and, what was his name? Papa Pixel? Yes, there it is right there. All right. Oh, Pixel Papa, excuse me. Pixel Papa, this one is. Pixel Papa, where he did all the bead art. Yeah, he did all the bead art. Pixel Papa. I don't know if he still does anything. I'm just saying that's who it was. I got this like 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago, actually. This actually says Pixel Papa at too many games, but it's not dated. Yeah, there's no date on it. So I don't know when he actually made it. But it's pretty sweet, right? So that'll be next month. That's a little preview next month. The other one I have is really neat, but I don't know how I'm going to fit it because it's very long. And I'm debating, should I put it on this side or that side? I basically want it to fit on camera, but at the same time, because it's longer, it might block the light behind my head. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I angle it? We'll have to mess around with it a little bit. Okay, we'll have to mess with these next month. Anyway, here we go.
So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know? I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay some Bingo.
Oh man, I have some others too, but they're much bigger. Like I have one that I could probably put right here, but it's like really tall and it would block the Mega Man lamp. So I don't know if I could use that one because then we have no Mega Man lamp for the month. And I know you guys like the Mega Man lamp. So I'm gonna have to mess around with these setups and stuff. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have absolutely no shout-outs this morning. Zero. No contributions. So because of that, it's time to do open Q&A. We have literally an hour because I told you I didn't have much for you.
Instead of beginning gameplay, he rambles on for an hour. Okay, where's our first bingo of the game? Because he said absolutely. So we've got a whole hour's worth of Phil rambling about Q&A. Actually, I'm going up to 1.5. I'm going back up to 1.5 because I think anything said now, it'll be easier to find things that are said now. We've got most of the cards ticked off. We only have 7 spaces left after all. And some of these aren't even words, it's just Phil, either ignoring a troll tip or his voice cracking. Or him using slurs.
For today, right? Today was just kind of a chill day, which I'm happy. I'd much rather just have a chill podcast today with you guys, since it's the last day of the week. Let's just unwind and have some conversation, as opposed to, I have an agenda of a million topics to talk about. So, yeah, please tag me in the stream chat, ask me questions. Let's have some open convo, all right? And when we're exhausted from Q&A, we can jump into Signal List. But let's see what you guys want to talk about today.
Did he really say exhausted instead of tired? He could easily have said tired and that would have that, but no, he had to try and make himself sound fancier by saying exhausted. Damn it.
Ramrod says, did you see Microsoft send a court order to PlayStation for documents on their production pipeline to prove the deal will be detrimental to them? No.
Okay, that is way too fast at 1.5 speed. When Phil reads out contributions, he really reads them fast. This is way too fast at 1.5. We need to stay to 1.25. Sorry, guys. 1.25 is the way to go, especially when he's reading out contributions and just random messages in general.
Exhausted from Q&A, we could jump into Signal List. But let's see what you guys want to talk about today. Ramrod says, did you see Microsoft send a court order to PlayStation for documents on their production pipeline to prove the deal will be detrimental to them? No, I did not see that. Not Dave Baxter, thank you for dropping a like on the stream. I appreciate that. All right, before we get into this, thank you guys for chilling with me here today. Good attendance on the podcast today, by the way. If you enjoyed the Level 1 podcast and you want to support it, there's many ways you can. Simply dropping a like on the stream adds engagement, lets people know that I'm here live on stream, and adds it to the algorithm. Please do so. It would help tremendously. Now, outside of that, going above and beyond, super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships, tips, all greatly appreciated. Today is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. I'd really like to have a solid streaming day today, simply because the last couple of days have been kind of rough, and it would be great to end on a high note. So if you could, please contribute, support the stream. There's a reason why there's no paid product placements, why there's no shilled games, why I'm not playing these never heard of games before as paid streams. I could do that. I get those offers all the time, and I always turn them down or ignore them because I don't want to do that. I want to make meaningful content for you guys. So it's your crowdfunding. It's your support on a daily basis that keeps me going this way. Thanks for allowing me to do that, and let's keep it going. Okay. Let's see. DVD Blu-ray clean out of your stream when? Oh, you mean over there? I told you I have a bin in the other room across the hallway with a bunch of Blu-rays and stuff in it. When? I mean, when we feel like. Right now, I am busy with games. We're busy with all kinds of stuff. That's the kind of stuff you do when you got nothing to do, right? Like we did the closet clean out over the last summer when there was nothing going on for a new game. So we'll tackle that stuff later in the year, perhaps, if you guys want. Do I still have all my childhood belongings at my parents' house? I don't know. I don't know the extent of what they've kept and what they haven't. They told me, I know this sounds crazy, but listen to this. They told me many times over the years, oh, they kept all my kids' stuff in their attic just in case I have kids and I want to give it to my kids. I want you to think about how crazy that sounds. What? Why, if I had kids, would I give my kids the stuff when I was a kid? I don't want my kid playing with fucking He-Man figures from the 1980s. I don't want them using a stroller from the 1980s. Like, what are you talking?
Whoa, Jesus Christ, Phil, that's not a strange thing. It's not unusual, but it's such a concept to happen. Also, that's another bingo because he swore. He said fuck. Phil is so out of touch with reality that he thinks this is a bizarre concept. Like, would he actually get jealous of, like, his own child? Which is not, it's hypothetical, of course. Phil's not going to have children. But would he get jealous of a kid for playing with his old toys? He makes it sound like he's going to be jealous of that kid playing with his shit. That's how it's coming across to me. Am I the only one thinking that Phil sounds jealous here of someone else potentially playing with his fucking old toys? I mean, one more time. I need to fucking rewind that just to fucking see if one more time.
Just in case I have kids and I want to give it to my kids. I want you to think about how crazy that sounds. What? Why, if I had kids, would I give my kids the stuff when I was a kid? I don't want my kid playing with fucking He-Man figures from the 1980s. I don't want them using a stroller from the 1980s. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't know if they still have... I know they got rid of some stuff. I know that for a fact. Because there was one point I was asking them, do you have some of that...
Hold on, we have another bingo. He said, what are you talking about? This is a really strong card. We're 5 away from a full house. Bloody hell.
1980s. I don't want them using a stroller from the 1980s. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't know if they still have... I know they got rid of some stuff. I know that for a fact. Because there was one point I was asking them, do you have some of that old video game stuff I used to have? Like, remember I told you guys about the original Pong console? And I asked my dad, and he's like, nah, I don't think we have it. I think we threw out a bunch of stuff at one point. So I don't know, honestly, what they have and what they don't have. I mean, I'll know one day, eventually, right? I'm going to inherit it all. But I don't know what's there right now.
I'm going to inherit it all. That, to me, is quite an interesting fucking way to phrase that. I can't wait for him. That's going to be a fucking stream. Phil's going to fucking sit. He's going to go back to Connecticut and bring some fucking shit to fucking a camcorder and all that. Find a way to fucking live stream this shit. Here, I mean, here's everything I've inherited. Behind the fucking... This is what you guys can see. Look at all the things I've inherited. Here's my old He-Man fucking action figure or not. Fuck off. He's just basically fucking counting the goddamn days until they're fucking gone.
Average at best is, did I collect anything as a kid? Stamps, cards, rocks. I started off as a baseball card collector. In the late 1980s, I was collecting Topps baseball cards. And in particular, I really liked the Mets baseball team. But I had all the sets. I would buy complete sets of the baseball cards. And then I went to Upper Deck. Why? Because Upper Deck cards were just way higher quality than Topps. Then I got out of the habit of sports and got into comic books. So I started collecting pop culture / comic book cards. Whenever a new movie or whatever came out, I'd buy some of the cards and start collecting. Like I remember when the original Batman movie came out, I started collecting Batman cards and stuff like that. And then I started doing comic book cards, and I had full series of things like X-Men Series 1 and 2, Marvel Masterpieces Series 1 and 2. I had a lot of those kind of cards back then. And of course, I was in comic books as well. So for a good run there in the early 90s, basically when the X-Men rebooted and had their new comic book series, so now there was Uncanny X-Men as well as another X-Men line. I was collecting and reading all of those the entire time. I did that probably for about 5 years, and then I got so heavily into video games and fighting video games that those hobbies kind of went by the wayside, and I just stopped collecting. The last collectible thing that I really collected was action figures. The Todd McFarlane action figures. Spawn. Those were huge. Like, those were ginormously popular in the 90s, and I collected those. And then I think I finally stopped collecting. They started doing Street Fighter action figures, big, nice, artistic ones. And I had several of those, and those are the last ones I really actively collected. So, okay. Don't I want kids? I'm too old for kids. I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. You know, financially, I'm not that sound. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I might be. Basically, I'm at a point in my life now where if I maintain the course of what I'm doing right now, I should be able to hopefully, fingers crossed, refinance my home within the next couple of years. And if I do that, then I should be all right. And then I'll finally be financially sound, but I'll be in my 40s. I'm not going to have kids. I don't want kids, first of all. And then on top of that, it's too late to have kids. It's not, you know, I don't have the money to do it, to raise kids properly. You know, there's so many people on this planet, like, just because I can have kids, I should have them. I've never been of that mentality. For me, it's, if I was going to have kids, it had to be within my means. It had to be that I know I could provide for those children and give them a really good life. I can't do that. I know I can't. I absolutely positively know I can't. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have kids and then put them in a situation where we're struggling constantly and everything's messed up. Absolutely not. You know? So the answer is no.
So, and that's another bingo because Phil said positively. So there's another one off. We're 4 away from a full house. This might not last long. This might be a very, very quick show.
True. Exactly. Returnal says anyone can have kids, but the parenting part's very hard. Exactly. How am I supposed to parent my kid? I'm in here 6 days a week full time, man, just to make ends meet now. Now I have a kid. How am I going to pay for that kid on top of everything else when I'm in here, you know, working so much? You know, it's just not going to happen. The answer is absolutely not. I'm not having kids. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I got a contribution. First contribution of the day is a $10 tip from an anonymous. Someone says, in March, it'll be your 10-year Direct Capture anniversary. You played Tomb Raider? My 10-year Direct Capture anniversary since I played Tomb Raider. So let's think about that. That would be 2013. And you're saying that I played Tomb Raider in March of 2013. Was that the Tomb Raider reboot? I guess that would make sense. Okay. Would you consider playing the remastered version? It had a great story. I'm happy to donate it. There was a remastered version of the 2013 version of Tomb Raider? There was? I wasn't aware of that. Because that was a PS4 Xbox One game, was it not? Or maybe not. Now I'm really confused. If you can clarify better what exactly you're talking about, because I'm finding myself very confused about what you're saying. which Tomb Raider specifically are you talking about? All right. And what remastered version are you talking about? Because Definitive Edition, it was a PS3 game? The Tomb Raider reboot was 2015. Okay. Huh? I didn't play a Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I never played that. No. Way back in the day, I played, was it Tomb Raider Anniversary or something like that? I never played that. That doesn't sound familiar to me at all. Or am I wrong? Watch someone now go back, right? Seriously, watch someone now go back and be like, yeah, you played it. I'm like, what? I don't remember that at all. The remastered version is called Definitive Edition. I don't remember playing that. The 2013 Tomb Raider got a Definitive Edition for PS4. That's what he maybe means. What?
I love my life. I have so much fun.
I'm so confused. Okay, let me put it this way. I'm never against a playthrough unless it's something I'm super not interested in. I haven't played Tomb Raider in a while. All right? I don't even know what Tomb Raider you're speaking of. Would I consider it? Yes. Do I know what you're talking about? No. So I can't say yes because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What Tomb Raider came out in 2013? Wasn't the reboot, was it? I'm so confused. I need more information. I need supplemental information, please. Gamer Guy says I played it 9 years ago. What did I play? You played a PS3 version. He wants you to play a remastered version on PS4. PS3 version of what?
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tip scroll on the stream? Why is he have
So you're talking about your
slow day for content?
2013 was the reboot. Oh, okay. I'm being told. Okay, people are clarifying. The reboot was in 2013 and it was on PS3. The future games came out on no. Some of the future games came out on Xbox One. If you remember, the second one was an Xbox One exclusive, was it not? And that was a huge gaffe because most people never played it because it was on Xbox One exclusively. And it pissed people off because they were like, last one was cross-platform. So why is this one only on Xbox, right? The timed exclusive bullshit. I remember it like tanked the game. And then the last one, when it came out, I think was cross-platform again, but no one really cared, if I remember correctly. Oh my God, this is so confusing. Anyway, so I received a $1 tip from Snow Carl. He says, with Valentine's Day in a few weeks, would you mind telling us what you're planning on getting for Kat and where you're taking the day off? Actually, we are making plans, all right? Our plans are none of your business because obviously we don't want to have public plans. But we are planning to do something special for Valentine's Day this year. This will be the first time we've done something for Valentine's Day in a million years. Like, seriously. It's the first time in many, many years because COVID screwed everything up. Every year we were doing something. I remember when Kat first moved here, we went to an Italian restaurant that was really nice. They had music and everything, and the food was great. And then another year, 2019, I remember I can't remember if we went to the buffet. One year we went to a nice, really big buffet, and then another year we went somewhere else. But then basically when COVID hit, that was it, and everything was so effed up, and we weren't able to really do anything. And then last year, I don't know what happened, like time caught up with us or whatever, and we just didn't get to do anything, and we were so disappointed because we were like, dude, COVID's like kind of over. It's not a big deal anymore. Yet we still didn't do anything. What the hell happened? So this year we are absolutely doing something. All right. What? None of your business. Being honest. All right. What we do, what we give each other, it's none of your business. It's private stuff. But we are planning on doing something to celebrate this year. Okay. Thank you for the tip, Snow Carl. So I got a $1 tip. Can you consider consolidating uploads? When subbed to your channel, you get 6 minimum notifications a day, sometimes more, to the point where it's hogging up notifications like it used to in the past. Limit then daily rant. Limit then daily rant to just a few times a week. What does that even mean? Maybe limit then daily rant to just a few times a week. What? What does that mean? What? What you're saying is you think I upload too much. All right, let's actually take a look at what I upload in a day. Okay? Level 1 podcast. It's a daily podcast, covers different topics every day. Love doing it, not stopping that. Gameplay. Every day I upload 5 gameplay videos. 3 for the morning, 2 for the late stream. If I actually have longer sessions or longer videos, usually it's 2 for the morning, 2 for the night stream. Correct? And then there's a daily wrap. The daily wrap is the way that I tell you everything that happened during the day. If you missed out on those videos, it's a way to recap it or whatever. All right? And I know what's coming tomorrow. Now, outside of that, I started uploading YouTube shorts, right? People wanted these. This is something that people said, everyone's doing. Everyone does YouTube shorts. You got to do them too. It's interesting. It's necessary. And by the way, the shorts are doing well. The shorts, view-wise, do better than my videos. Just being honest, they do. And I think that's just the nature of the beast is you upload something fast, more people are going to watch it than a video that's an hour long of gameplay. Give you some perspective here, okay? A YouTube short I uploaded this morning, all right? And this was as I told you, the 1-minute montage of the weirdest night of Warzone ever. already has 1,700 views and 82 thumbs up within an hour and a half. Yeah, it's doing really well. So, I understand what you're saying. You're like, oh, there's a lot of uploads in one day. Can you cut back? All right? Well, here's the thing. I'm not like all the other YouTubers out there that do one video a day. I actually work. Okay? I do. I put out way more content than the vast majority of YouTubers out there. All right? I just do. Why? Because, number one, I'm a real gamer. I'm not here to just put out an edited piece of content one a day and say, oh, I'm done. I'm not a news story guy. Oh, there's 2 news stories today, 2 videos. I'm done. I'm someone who has passion for what he does. If you can't tell, when I play these games, I have a lot of fun. I want to make progress in the games. I am a Let's Player while I am working to diversify myself to do other stuff. A Let's Player cannot put out 1 video a day. It's not going to happen, all right? 1 video a day, I'll make no progress in anything. We'll never finish any games. If I was a ginormous Let's Player who had millions of views and a ginormous viewer base, then I could do 1 video a day. I'm not. I never was, by the way. And by the way, back in the day when I was super popular, I still uploaded as much as I do because I love what I do. I actually care. This is not a paycheck for me. This is a passion. All right? Therefore, no, I'm not going to stop playing games and upload less. That's ridiculous. You have the means to stop seeing that many notifications in your inbox. You do. You have the ability when you subscribe to a channel to say what you do and don't want to see. So why are you yelling at me because I'm prolific? Instead, learn how to use YouTube. How about that? After 15 years, baby, I'm tired of hearing shit that people don't want to learn how to use fucking YouTube. You learn it, not me. Jesus.
What the hell? That was something. That was something. That is a triple bingo, by the way. Triple bingo for that, because I said tired.
Unbelievable. Okay, I received a $5 tip from Garlic Battered Chicken. Interesting. So they say, I agree on a childbearing thing. In the Philippines, they have a population boom. Unlike a majority of other Asian countries like Japan or South Korea, it's considered a third world country. It doesn't make sense to put children into a bad situation. Listen, again, my thought process could possibly be very different from others, all right? But my thought process has always been, if I'm going to bring a life into this world, okay, I'm going to do it in a situation where I'm going to give that life its absolute best situation. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to be rich and shit like that, but at least you have to be able to put food on the table. You have to be able to protect that person or creature, whatever it may be. You have to provide an education. You know what I'm saying? All those things. And for me, you know, over the years, have I ever considered having kids? Yes, I have thought about it. But, you know, I've never really been in a situation where it's like, okay, I feel settled. I feel like things are settled and consistent. Or, for example, with the amount of harassment that gets thrown my way on a daily basis by complete scumbags on the internet, why would I want to bring a child into the equation? I mean, hell, Kat, my wife, has absolutely nothing to do with any of the drama associated with me, my channel, my business, or anything.
Now, it's funny, I've done this before, I've showed this off before, guys, but I actually made a video last year on the many times that Phil has discussed children and the possibilities of that. Actually, let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. This is a bit annoying to try and find. Hold on. When did I fucking make it? Hold on, I'm trying to find this fucking thing, but I'm pretty sure it was last year at some point. This might be annoying to try and find. Nope, this, fuck me, this might be a while, fuck. Yeah, hold on, I'm still fucking looking, man, it's taking a while, blah 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 blah, I'm just searching through all my old shite. I've made so many crappy fucking videos, Jesus Christ. The many times, not this, know that. DSP's hypocrisy, how much did he used to make? I'm just looking for all this old shit. Falling asleep on stream. Almost there. I think I'm almost finding it. I'm almost there.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Logan K. For subchat says, I can't have kids, it's Tevin's fault. DSP. Jesus, pretty much that would be the fucking case, I'm still trying to fucking find this fucking video. I know it's no fucking far away. How in the hell can I fucking... Jesus Christ, I can't even fucking find it. Hold on. just go to, just go straight into fucking child find it. To search children. Yeah, here we go. That was easy.
It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault.
So, I made a video. And I made it and premiered it on the 25th December 2021. So, over 2 years ago, I made a goddamn thing. Without all the times that I was talked about potentially being a father, essentially.
You mix your work on YouTube in with fatherhood. The bottom line is, if I did start a family, right? If I did start a family, it would have to be cut down on YouTube. And in fact, what YouTube would be a lot less gaming and a lot more vlog style stuff where I show you, gee, what is it like to have a kid and to raise a kid and stuff like that.
Basically, the whole video is Phil basically saying he went from kind of liking the idea to possibly doing it one day, and all of a sudden it's a case of, yeah, it's not going to happen. So, yeah, but I thought it was a good wee video, to be fair. I mean, it was like, all the times Phil has discussed the possibility of becoming a father. And it went from being kind of favourable towards it to then saying that it's not going to happen. And there's a variety of different excuses and reasons and all that shit, you know what I mean? Just the usual kind of fucking Phil thing. But yeah, yeah. This guy, well, if there is justice in the world, he will never be a father.
Anything, right? She's never been involved in it, yet my haters and scumbag shitheads on the internet bring her into it all the time. They try to say disgusting things about her. They try to bring up all kinds of stuff that has nothing whatsoever to do with anything here. Literally no connection to anything here with our lives. But they do this because they feel that they're being intrusive and that's funny to them or it's fun to them. They are nasty, disgusting sociopaths, okay? Now, can you imagine if I had a child, right? How about a child?
Jesus Christ, okay, that's definitely been him being hateful. Those are hateful slurs. That is another, that's a double bingo. It's not a triple. It's a double bingo though. This is a really strong card. Bloody hell, I think we're making up for yesterday's missed fucking cancelled stream.
Right? How could they ever live growing up? Being hard, because you know the moment I have that kid, people would be trying to harass that, find out information about them, try to, you know, God forbid they grow up, they're going to school. Oh, let's find a school to go to. Let's do this, let's do that. Like, it's insane, but they would do it. If they're crazy enough to try to find out the place where I sent my car for car repair, if they're crazy enough to try to figure out the cost of the appliances in my home, right? If they're calling my electric company to turn off my electricity, if they're impersonating me a million places to try to do fucked up stuff and ruin my life financially, I'm pretty sure that harassing my kid would not be above them. All right. So, you know, I'm in a situation where, no, I don't really think that it would be ever safe to have a child. I'm just being honest. With the level of harassment that I get online, I really don't think that's ever going to work. Okay. And I'm sorry. A lot of people are, oh, that's unfair. That's ridiculous. That's unreasonable. No, I think it is. I think it is. I think that's my life. That's sadly what I have to live with for the rest of my life. I know that sounds scary because it is. But at the same time, at the very least, no one's ever done something in person. You know what I'm saying? No one's ever come to my house. No one's ever done something really fucked up in that regard. So at least I have that modicum if I have a real life where I don't have that connection with crazy people on the internet. But the amount of craziness on the internet, especially, let's be honest here now, our lives are so tied to the internet, correct? Any kid, there are probably a ton of their life is on the internet, right? Can you imagine having a child and now because they're my kid, all they get is online harassment? Because they're my kid. Like, it'd be the most fucked up life. I'm not doing that. I refuse. So, there you go. It's that simple. That's my answer. You believe it or not, I don't care. But that's...
So basically, it's the detractor's fault he's not a daddy. Bull fucking shit. You can't fucking blame us for that fucking nonsense. Nah, Phil, you just don't want to fucking, you know, well, it's almost like, I still to this day don't think it's Phil's decision. I think it is Kat's decision. She decided for them. Phil was open to that idea before. He was kind of okay with the idea, the notion, the possibility of him having children one day when he was with Liana. Liana fucking loved him, of course. Yeah, Liana was dead set and wanted to basically tie Phil down. He wanted to be with him, you know, the whole way, you know. But Phil thought, it's weird to think if I assume Phil just fucking fell out of love with her maybe or something. Maybe he's fucking fed up with the way she was like so like she snapped back at him at times. Anytime Phil talked down to her, he would snap back at him with something, you know, and Phil couldn't handle it. It's like, oh shit, she's not a doormat anymore. She's actually got that sass to her, you know what I mean? There's a wee bit of sass in her fucking voice and she's clapping back and all that shit. I don't know, it's weird, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like she was all in. The fact is, Phil broke her heart, clearly. But she wanted children, she wanted marriage. Phil refused all that. Then she left his ass. And then what does Phil do? 6 months later? Someone brand fucking new enters the equation. And one of the first things he does for his brand new woman, get her a cat. The one thing that Liana really wanted, a pet cat. Well, one of the things that she really wanted was a pet cat. Didn't get it. What else did she fucking want? Marriage. She put on a fucking fake wedding ring. Her colleagues at work was wondering are you fucking engaged in because she was wearing a fake wedding ring. A fake engagement ring, sorry. While she's going to fucking work, and Phil had no idea. The two things that Liana really wanted but didn't get, a pet cat and marriage, Phil made sure to give Cat immediately. Essentially. Because that cat was there quite fucking early on. Phil was just fucking hiding it for a while. And then he fucking ran out to get fucking married thanks to Mummy and Daddy back in Connecticut. And that was also quite a fucking rush thing considering when they fucking started seeing each other. So yeah, the two things that were denied of Liana, Phil made sure Cat got to try and make sure that Cat would not fucking run away like Liana did. Now, I just think Phil got lazy with Liana. Phil dropped the ball thinking Liana would stay no matter fucking what. But he fucking kept pushing his luck, and in the end she just fucking got her heart broken because he was too fucking lazy to commit fully to that shit. He just expected her to just fucking go along with shit. Nah. So yeah. So he tied in Cat because he's like, oh shit, these things that made Liana leave, I'm going to fucking make sure I give these things to Cat to make sure she won't leave me, because these two things are why Liana left me, so if I give them to this new bitch, she won't leave me. Yeah, fucking Phil. Good luck with that, Phil. Good luck with that one, Phil.
My honest answer, okay? Okay. Excuse me. Okay, got a $1 tip here. No. Hold on. Work. Oh, here it is. Wolverine Dolls says, since you spend times on both areas, what's better, West Coast or East Coast? Yeah, well, first of all, if you don't know, this person's talking about the United States. I've lived on the West Coast and the East Coast. Okay, they're not clarifying there. I spent most of my life in Connecticut, and then I moved when I was 31 to the West Coast of Washington here, and I've lived here ever since, 9 years now. Well, just about 9 years now. So basically what I see is there's a lot of comparison. It really depends on where you live, but I've lived in Connecticut and I lived in Washington State. Weather is much better in Washington State. For most of the year, we have moderate weather. Cool temps, clouds, rain, sometimes sun. If we have hot temperatures, we have them only in the summer for a few weeks. It's not overbearing. If we have cold temperatures, it's only for a week or two in the winter with a little bit of snow. I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, but basically we don't have the massive extremes that Connecticut does. In Connecticut, they get months of insane humidity and over-the-top hot temperatures, and then all of a sudden it flips on its head and they get months of insane cold and tons of snow and ice and shit. It's like, how do they get the worst of both sides? I don't know, but they do. It's pretty insane how bad it can get over there, okay? People. Out here, people are super liberal. I'm not in line with that mentality. On the East Coast, they're also super liberal where I lived. So that really didn't matter. Like, no matter, the political stances are almost the same. However, the behavior of the people is completely different. I shit you not. On the East Coast, people don't give two fucks about you at all. You're crossing the street, you better look two ways for cars, because if you're in the middle of the street and a car comes by, you're getting flattened. They don't care. I'm serious. Traffic, oh my God. Anywhere you drive on the East Coast, it's bumper to bumper all the time. Assholes, no one knows how to drive. They're all trying to hit each other and shit. And they're swearing and fucking causing road rage and shit all the time. Okay? Out here, people are nicer. I don't know why. They just are. If you're crossing the street, they stop and let you cross. What? I know, that's crazy. It was the biggest thing. In the 1990s, I traveled to California to play Street Fighter. I'm in California crossing the street. Cars are stopping. I was like, what's going on? Do I look like a cop or something? Like, why are cars stopping for me? I'm used to playing Frogger in Connecticut. Here, it's like everyone's like nice. Like, what is going on? Why are people just so nice out here? What it is, East Coast and West Coast mentality is different. East Coast, everything is super fast, hustle, bustle, get to where you go, next. I'm number one, go. Out here, everything's laid back. Everything's more relaxed. Everyone's chill and calm, bro. And the thing is, that could be equally obnoxious. It really can. Because let's say you're actually in a hurry. Good luck. Good luck getting anywhere in a hurry. Because you can't out here. Because everyone's just going with the flow, bro. Everyone's just chilled out and mellow. What are you all excited for, man? There's also a different mentality where on the East Coast, there's a kind of get her done, serious attitude on everything. On the West Coast, it's all just all conflict will resolve itself. Everything will pass. There's this real passive-aggressive attitude for everything. Don't ever get angry at anyone or nothing. Everything just fixes itself. Which is fucked up because you have serious problems out here that need fixing, and people in government and shit don't care. They just ignore it. Whatever. That's why Seattle, Our major capital city is in such shambles. We saw crime escalate. We saw people literally take over a downtown neighborhood and kick the cops out. And everyone's like, oh, well, hands off, do whatever you want, and just let it resolve itself. It's probably the worst attitude you could have in humanity, because when you let bad people keep doing bad things, they'll keep doing them. No one stops them. They just escalate worse and worse. But that's
why do you think we constantly speak out about you trying to fucking exploit these fucking fans of yours that are fucking, disabled, not shit, and mentally impaired and they're physically impaired, and yet they're fucking giving you that fucking much needed money. Phil's struggling today. Phil has made us feel sorry for him, so let's give us our fucking money. Who cares if I've had fucking 3 bankruptcies? Who cares if I fucking need money to fucking get medication for my fucking several fucking things that are wrong with me in my fucking life? Phil needs our fucking money, so I better make sure I give Phil money because he's really desperate, guys. He really needs money for his day off, for fuck's sake. Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. I'd like to point out something. Phil has been ramping up the begging this week, right? And so... any guesses, guys? I know the figure already pretty much, but I want you guys to guess in chat. How much money in tips alone do you think Phil made in between days off? So basically from his last day off and, from Thursday to today, how much money in tips do you think Phil made overall? 1,500 says Pam Solo? Nope. I'll tell you now, it's 3 figures. It's not 4 figures, it's 3 figures. Logan K thinks 700, a wee bit more than that. Proper says 69, you're being funny, pal. Nah. Phil actually made, so here we go, the 24th, the 23rd, the 22nd, the 21st, the 20th, and the 19th. Total $960 altogether in tips alone. He almost got $1,000, and yet he was still fucking making these fucking panic videos. He made a fucking emergency short video saying I really hope support picks up. He made all these fucking, big fucking podcasts, fucking rants and raves, not shit, and daily craps. Oh, it's so slow. String of so fucking days. String of fucking slow support. The motherfucker got so much fucking support anyway given to him regardless. He just memory hold it. He memory hold, fucking getting $155 for playing, Oblivion. And $172 for playing fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare. He memory hold the fuck out of that. Brother Steelman says, yes, that's why I said tips only. Yes, super chats are not included with tips. I highlighted the tips only, the gross tips column, as though the only thing I highlighted. If you include the super chats, then that's $1,400. But I only included the tips. The tips alone, $960 for the week there, between Phil's days off, essentially. It's just, it blows my mind, it really does. What about the bounties? The last couple of Warzone streams for Phil's not been great bounty-wise, as you can see. $57 on that one. Also, the one before it, he made bank $172 fucking dollars, Jesus Christ. But yeah, $960 for Phil in tips. Bear in mind as well, he got paid by YouTube on Monday. Monday saw him receive his YouTube payment. So $960 plus the fucking several thousand fucking dollars he got from YouTube. And yet he was making these emergency fucking videos, guys. I'm worried, guys. String of soul streams, string of soul fucking support. Fuck the fuck off. $960 in tips alone. Instant, immediate financial gratification. And he's fucking making emergency fucking videos and emergency shorts. Fucking begging and pleading for some fucking more support. He's worried.
Mentality out here. It's this laid back, bro, attitude. It's so different from the East Coast. East Coast, they pull that shit. They come in guns blazing, gas everyone, get them the fuck out of there. West Coast is like completely different. It's just wild how people's mentalities and culture changes just by going from 2 coasts to the same country. It's pretty insane.
I'll tell you what. Cannot wait for people like Meerkat to have fun with Phil saying the words gas everyone. That will go very well in any future potential, that being said, sound clips with wee kind of comedy sketches, for Phil saying the words gas everyone. I cannot wait for the creativity people will fucking have with Phil saying something like that. One more time.
It's just wild how people's mentalities and culture changes just by going from 2 coasts to the same country. It's pretty insane.
I didn't rain far enough.
Probably the worst attitude you could have in humanity, because when you let bad people keep doing bad things, they'll keep doing them. No one stops them. They just escalate worse and worse. But that's the mentality out here. It's this laid back, bro, attitude. It's so different from the East Coast. East Coast, they pull that shit. They come in guns blazing, gas everyone, get them the fuck out of there. West Coast is like completely different. It's just wild how people's mentalities and cultural changes just by going from two coasts to the same country. It's pretty insane. Anyway, geez, I could keep going. You know, there's a million changes. The population, East Coast, heavy European influence, like Italians, Polish people, like those kind of immigrants, but also a lot of Hispanic influence out there. Like a lot of places like Puerto Rico, Cuba, they all kind of immigrated to that Connecticut area. Out here in Washington State, oh my God, it's completely different. Tons of Asian cultures. So we're talking Indian, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino. I keep going, like all these different. Oh, even Hawaiian. Hawaiian culture is out here huge. Middle Eastern, a ton of Middle Eastern cultures out here as well. And it's different because now you see all different restaurants and food and things out here that you would never find on the East Coast. Vice versa, there's like no Italian food out here. There's like none of that cultural European stuff doesn't exist out here. It's more Asian centric pretty much. And that's totally different too, you know? So again, all I could do is talk about the areas I've lived. And if I'm directly comparing Connecticut to Washington, I go with Washington. There's way more pros here than cons. All right. And the fact that in Connecticut, because the population is so dense, all right, and because prices are high, and also because in Connecticut, there's not everything you want nearby. Like seriously, in Connecticut, you want to get a certain thing, you got to drive to get it, you know, which is a trek. It's a pain in the ass because there's so many people in your way. Out here in Washington, you can live in a suburb of like Seattle, and you'll have anything you ever needed nearby. You'll have supermarkets, farmers markets. You'll have medical care. You'll have electronic stores, restaurants, you know, hospitals, schools, everything you need in a close radius. You don't have to travel at all. Everything that I want is pretty much at my fingertips where I live in Washington. I'm happy where I am. I would be happy to live the rest of my life in this house because it's so nice every way everything is centered here. You see what I'm saying? In Connecticut, it was completely different. It was like, were there good things in Connecticut? Sure. I love the Italian food because there's no Italian food out here. I love that. And I love some of the other local like restaurants and things in the area that were more local. They weren't chains, but they were nice. And I definitely liked, there was a zoo nearby that I used to go to all the time. I miss that. And of course I miss having my parents nearby. But outside of that, the weather's so much better. The prices are better. Everything out here is better. I don't know why I would want to go back to Connecticut in any way, shape, or form. Seriously. Okay. So there you go. Next contribution here. A $2 tip. Thank you guys for your support this morning, by the way. Let's see here. So this is anonymous tippers and no special message. I know you're a resilient dude on YouTube. You have the thickest skin, no demand, so fuck all your haters. All right. Thanks a lot. You said it, not me. Thanks for the $2 tip. Appreciate that. Okay.
One more thing. You said it, not me. Phil, you literally just called distractors fucking sociopaths like 10 minutes ago. You said it, not me. Don't be such a fucking bitch. You didn't want to fucking relay that fucking message. You just fucking said, look, I'm not going to fucking read this message out. It's kind of offensive to people. I'm not going to read this out. No, you chose to read it out. You're happy to fucking read it out. And you're going to fucking pass off the fucking blame for the message on the person that fucking gave you it. No, you happily read it out. Fucking own it, Phil. Don't be such a bitch. Don't be such a fucking pussy. You're gonna read that fucking message out. You fucking know. You fucking, you know, agree with those sentiments. Don't fucking bitch out now about it. Calling us all fucking sociopaths, and then you fucking say, I didn't fucking say people were, you know, I didn't say fuck those haters. I didn't say that. I was reading someone's message. Fuck the fuck off. You fucking say it every single fucking day anyway, pretty much.
Let's see here. Blackjack, here's the difference. What are you talking about? There's so many things close by in Connecticut. But here's what I mean. Here right now in Washington State, I can jump in my car and easily drive with little to no traffic anywhere within about 30 minutes and get anything I want. Done. Yes, from Connecticut, you can get stuff, but I have to jump on a train. I have to go to fucking New York City, right? I have to do this. I have to do that. Hate that. I don't want to have to travel long distances, have a stressful day. I like having everything, you know, within finger's reach. That's how it is out here. You know, it's not like that in Connecticut. In Connecticut, it's like there's stuff that's all separated far apart. You have too much of the same close by, not variety, not a lot of variety of a lot of stuff. You got to travel to get certain things. It's not what you're thinking is just not true. You're thinking, oh, it's all there. It is there, but it entails having to travel and work. And by the way, stressful travel because there's so many more people. The amount of population density out there on the East Coast is way heavier than a lot of places out here on the West Coast. It's just way nicer out here when it comes to not having so many people confined. Kent the Boss, I'm talking about cultural stuff. He says, what would be in New York City but not in Connecticut? Certain kinds of restaurants, entertainment, right? You can't just go and see a certain concert or a certain sports event or a play. You know what? You gotta go to Broadway or something, right? Which is fine, but it entails like an hour and a half train ride and having to put up with all that shit. Out here, that shit's everywhere. I'm not even kidding you. That shit is everywhere. Anywhere you go, you can find that stuff. And I live about 45 minutes away from Seattle, you know? So if I want to go, I could go in there, but it's just so different out here.
Did this motherfucker really compare Broadway to some random fucking stage show in Seattle? Broadway is world famous for having the absolute best of the best plays throughout the entire world. It's a fucking actor's dream sometimes to fucking star in Broadway. People fucking love the concept of fucking going to see a play in Broadway. If you make it to Broadway, you fucking made it. Well done. You made it as an actor, you made it as a fucking, you know, writer or whatever shit, you know. If your play makes it on Broadway, fucking congratulations, you've made it in life. No. But no, who fucking gets excited though for fucking making it in Seattle? You know, the big fucking show in Seattle. No shit, no disrespect to Seattle, but you cannot compare Seattle to fucking Broadway, for fuck's sake. It's an achievement, yes, but it's no fucking Broadway, Jesus Christ. Heather says he means off-Broadway, which are the travelling shows, I think. Oh, in that case then, fair enough, okay, maybe. I just assumed he meant actual fucking Broadway. Jesus, I blew my mind. Badger Blast says he is not 45 minutes from Seattle. It's like most 20 minutes. He vastly overjudges the distance between cities in Washington Law. To be fair, I remember checking maps before. It depends on traffic. If there's no traffic, there is like 15-20 minute fucking routes for Phil to take between his home and Seattle city centre. But sometimes the traffic is like 30 minutes or 40 minutes depending on what time of fucking day he goes. As a simple fact of the matter, it's just as natural. It happens anyway for fucking traffic, for fuck's sake. So yeah. But Phil can get in Seattle in like 15 minutes if fucking traffic's kind to him.
Got another tip. See here. B-Boy Cyclone took me $1. Do I have a dope Dr. Doom artwork that I had in my old place and give 672 some props? I think I do. I think that's one of the pieces of artwork that I still have. Somewhere in the house, wrapped up. It could be in the closet over there. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I did hang it up in the hallway years ago.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much. Barry also super chat. It says comparing Broadway to community theatre. It's like comparing Phil to PewDiePie. Jesus Christ, man! Shots fired. That is brutal, but yet accurate. SCP Sophie says, did I have a fucking stroke or did they ask this fucking shit yesterday? Okay, so I pinned a comment at the top of this fucking chat, guys, I'm sorry. This is Phil's podcast from yesterday. Phil is not live. This is me showing off. This is not from... If you watched this fucking podcast yesterday, this is the same podcast today. The difference is that I didn't get to do bingo yesterday. So I felt bad for that. So I thought, you know, Phil's off today, why don't I do bingo today? So there we go. I tried to explain it as best as I could in a wee pinned message at the top of the chat. I'm sorry for that misunderstanding, guys. I didn't mean to cause confusion. I really didn't. I just wanted to fucking give you guys a bingo because I missed out on it yesterday because of the late cancellation. So sorry about that, guys. Methbear says Phil judges travel time using surface streets, not freeways. Renting to downtown Seattle is 45 minutes without traffic. Jesus Christ, man. 45. So Phil could do the drive easily in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes instead. He'll go through normal. He'll take the fucking scenic route. He'll ignore. Of course, Phil's afraid of driving on the freeways, of course is. That's why it's 45 minutes of fucking Phil, because he's afraid of fucking driving on the freeways. I forgot about that.
Oh, it could be in the closet over there. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I did hang it up in the hallway years ago, but then I took it down and, you know, basically the house has changed many different times. Okay, it has. There's been a lot of different things out and then away again, and out and then away again. Some of my biggest pieces of art, I have a giant Super Mario Brothers 3 square painting in my living room. It's so big, it wouldn't even fit on camera here. That's how big it is. It's ginormous, okay? And I've got a few other things, too, that probably wouldn't fit. Like I said, I got a big one that's actually Punch-Out. I really like it, but I don't think it would fit behind me. If I put it here, it would probably go to, like, up here. That Dr. Doom one is narrow and very long. So the only way I would fit that would be, like, if I put it here, but it was, like, going from the floor to here. Then maybe it would fit next to me. I guess I could maybe try to fit it. The thing is, it's not gaming related. It's comic book related. And I don't think a lot of people are going to care about Dr. Doom behind me as opposed to having game art behind me. You know what I'm saying? So this is related to what I do. Well, the Dr. Doom really isn't. So. Okay. Thank you guys so far. We still have like 20, 30 minutes on the podcast. I told you I didn't have much to do today. So more open Q&A or any other contributions, I'll shout out. Thank you. We're at 400 viewers for some reason. Awesome. And we have 73 likes. If you're enjoying the stream, please give it a like. That would help a ton today. Okay.
So I think that Phil does blow bubbles eventually at one fucking point. I think he does. I think I heard someone say that before. I'm not sure if he does, but that would be a free space, obviously, if that does happen. However, you guys, we can fucking. That's what I'm saying. If that's a free space, it means we're one away. If we're expecting bubbles to get blown, and some of you guys might have actually seen Phil do this yesterday. Did Phil blow bubbles? If Phil did blow bubbles, then yes, and that means we only need to wait for one fucking thing to happen, not two, essentially.
It complements the flavor perfectly.
So, yeah, that's a good thing. Obviously, we're very close to a full fucking house. Hopefully, we can get it quickly.
And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you can get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got some hummus and pitas, and dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Carliga, no, I'm not going to change the daily wrap to be the weekly wrap. There's nothing wrong with the daily wrap. People like it. It gets views. People give me feedback and say it's useful because they don't have time to watch all the videos every day and they want to know what happened today. Maybe they missed something that was notable in a playthrough or whatever. They want to know about it. That's what the daily wrap is for. And the daily wrap is very short. Why is this an issue? Why exactly is this an issue? Do spiders scare me? No, not particularly. Only if they surprise me and jump out at me or something. But no, in general, spiders don't scare me. Do I like tortas? I've already talked about tortas recently that I had one. It's a Mexican-style sandwich. Yes, they're very good. I got another $1 tip. Hopefully it's not from a troll. Wolverine Dolls, another $1 tip. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sad were you when you left Connecticut? Did you ever get homesick? I ask because I get massive homesickness when I'm on vacation. When I left Connecticut, honestly, I wasn't homesick at all. Like I said, I missed two major things. The food, notably the Italian food. Although, admittedly, there were some other places around like Duchess and Tomlinson's. There's nothing like those out here, and I miss that. And my parents. And that's it.
I love Phil. Whenever Phil fucking says what he misses about being back home. Okay, one thing is he'll fucking neglect mention his fucking friends. Fucking fuck you, John Rambo. You're not in his fucking thoughts anymore, apparently. He doesn't miss your ass one bit, apparently, even though you're the only fucking friend ever. But always, whenever Phil fucking lists the two things that he misses about being back home in Connecticut, the first thing is always the food. Phil's priorities are always going to be the food. Number one priority, the fucking number one thing Phil misses more than anything else in the fucking world, is that goddamn Italian fucking food. And then, as an afterthought, yes, his fucking mummy and daddy. AKA the ones that bail him out financially all the fucking time when the chat doesn't.
Literally it. That's, what else am I really going to... You got to remember that when I moved out here, a lot of the things that eventually weren't part of my life anymore were still supposed to be. I'll give you an example. I was supposed to continue my relationship with John Rambo. We were supposed to still be friends.
Oh my fucking god. Why does he fucking talk about it like it's some sort of fucking contract? Man, no. Phil, your memory holding the whole fucking video that they fucking made on you. Anytime they called you to see how you were doing, you immediately tried to fucking monetize them and make fucking content out of them. When they just wanted to talk to you and see how you're doing, they wanted to chill with you without a fucking video being made. You're the one that fucking destroyed these fucking relationships. You're the one that burned those fucking bridges because you're such a greedy little fuckboy that wanted to monetize those fucking people in your life as much as humanly fucking possible. They just wanted to fucking catch up with you, but you wanted to fucking make it about money. You're in it for the fucking bag. And they got fucking sick of your shit all the fucking goddamn time.
Talk all the time. We were going to do content together. Like, the whole idea was that our relationship of once a week we hang out all day on a Saturday was going to still happen. It was just going to be over the internet. But it was John who decided not to do that. Not me. That was his decision to not do that. And that really hurt a lot, I would say. Because I thought that was going to be something that would feel like, okay, yeah, my whole life's changing right now during the move. But basically now I have some kind of a semblance of home because we still have that weekly hangout session. And it just never happened. Not once did it happen since I moved. And again, that was on him because I absolutely wanted to do it as soon as possible. And he, I guess, saw it as me harping on him for work. That wasn't the case. For me, that was our chance to hang out and have a friendly relationship once a week, right? Have that friendliness. And, at a time in my life when I didn't have any other friends out here besides, of course, my then girlfriend who I was living with. But there was no one else out here I knew. So that was going to be like my one time a week to hang out. And
hold on. When did Phil ignore a troll tip? Am I missing this? Ignore a troll tip before the rant. Hold on, let's rewind.
Here. A lot of the things that eventually weren't part of my life anymore, we're still supposed to be. I'll give you an example. I was supposed to continue.
Okay, before this then, hold on. So I don't like missing things, sorry. Right, just hold on.
Okay.
So someone tips him here, and it's fucking like, you know, Wolverine doll, whatever. It's like, what do you miss about being home? Because when I get fucking homesick when I'm home. When I go on vacation, I get homesick. That was a question.
Carliga, no, I'm not going to change the daily wrap to be the weekly wrap. There's nothing wrong with the daily wrap. People like it. It gets views. People give me feedback and say it's useful because they don't have time to watch all the videos every day and they want to know what happened today. Maybe they missed something that was notable in a playthrough or whatever. They want to know about it. That's what the daily wrap is for.
I need to go back more. Is it after this? Okay.
And the daily wrap is very short. Why is this an issue? Why exactly is this an issue? Do spiders scare me? No, not particularly. Only if they surprise me and jump out at me or something. But no, in general, spiders don't scare me. Do I like tortas? I've already talked about tortas recently that I had one. It's a Mexican-style sandwich. Yes, they're very good. I got another $1 tip.
Here we go.
It's not from a troll.
He hopes it's not from a troll. He hopes it's not from a troll, and it wasn't.
I got another $1 tip. Hopefully it's not from a troll.
Hopefully it's not from a troll. That's what, okay. I had a feeling that's what was causing the confusion. Nah, he was hoping it wasn't from a troll, and instead it wasn't. It was from this Wolverine toy guy, and it led into this whole fucking story about what he misses from home and what he doesn't miss from home. So sadly it wasn't a troll tip. It was close to one, obviously, you know what I mean, but it was not. It was just Phil saying he hopes it wasn't a troll tip. So, there you go, confusion cleared up. It wasn't Phil ignoring a troll tip. Yeah, but you can argue it's a troll, but Phil did not ignore it. That's the main thing. He actually did not. He answered it properly.
Wolverine dolls, another $1 tip. On a scale of 1 to hang out and have a friendly that would feel like, you know, okay, yeah, my whole life's changing right now during the move, but
I'm gonna go back a wee bit more.
I was supposed to continue my relationship with John Rambo. We were supposed to still be friends, talk all the time. We were going to do content together. Like, the whole idea was that our relationship of once a week we hang out all day on a Saturday was going to still happen. It was just going to be over the internet. But it was John who decided not to do that, not me. You know, that was his decision to not do that. And that really hurt a lot, I would say, because I thought that that was going to be something that would feel like, you know, okay, yeah, my whole life's changing right now during the move, but basically now I have some kind of a semblance of home because we still have that weekly hangout session, and it just never happened. Not once did it happen since I moved. And again, that was on him because I absolutely wanted to do it as soon as possible, and he, I guess, saw it as me harping on him for work. That wasn't the case. For me, that was our chance to hang out and have a friendly relationship once a week, right? Have that friendliness. And, you know, at a time in my life when I didn't have any other friends out here besides, of course, my then girlfriend who I was living with, but there was no one else out here I knew. So that was going to be like my one time a week to hang out, and he just never went through with it. You know, I don't think he felt that way. He felt it was the opposite. He thought, oh, Phil moved away. He doesn't want the friendship anymore. He just wants to make videos to make money. That couldn't have been further from the truth, but I guess it's my fault that I didn't relay that to him that way, right? Like, to me, that time we hung out once a week was a remembrance of home, was a feeling of, you know, friendship from Connecticut, and that went away, and I guess that's my fault. I'll take the blame for it. My fault. I should have been more clear. I should have been more transparent. I should have communicated better with him so he knew that it wasn't just about making videos. I wouldn't have even cared if I called him and we hung out all day on like fucking Skype or whatever and never ever fucking made a video together. I wouldn't have even given a shit. But I guess he didn't know that, and that's my fault. Okay. But outside of that, no, not really. I don't really feel homesick of Connecticut at all. Like I said, when I moved, I didn't like living there. Everything about there sucked. So I was happy to get the fuck out of there. That was my mentality my whole life. I was like, dude, as soon as I get out of Connecticut, I have to. As soon as I have the means, I have to. And that's the funny part, because people say to me, don't you think that decision to leave Connecticut and move to Washington 9 years ago was the worst decision of your life? Because since then, you've been in financial trouble. Yes and no. Yes, since then, I've been in financial trouble. No, I don't think it was a bad decision. My life today is so much better. I love my life today. I hated my fucking life in Connecticut. So if it means putting yourself into financial problems, but actually enjoying your life, isn't it worth it? Right? If I didn't do all those things, I never would have met my now wife. I wouldn't have the life I have today. So how could I possibly say, oh, what a bad decision, and I really am homesick and I regret doing that? Absolutely not. It's completely the opposite. Okay. Oh, let's see here. I got a $5 tip from CM Fool. Haven't seen you in a while, CM Fool. How are you doing? So he tipped me $5. He says, Phil, what are you doing? You should be playing Forspoken. It's going to be the next Quiet Man. Oh my God. Can you imagine if they put that on their PR materials? Forspoken from Square Enix. Can't miss it. It's the next Quiet Man. Oh my God. Well, thank you, CM Fool, for the tip. Obviously, for me, that would not be a selling point. That would be a distinct reason not to play it. But thank you for the $5. Wow. Let's see here. Dome Splitter did a $2 tip and says, I stand with Signalis. Wow. We have someone who actually has come to the stream. I think this might be the first person ever who has come to my stream and is actually contributing, saying they're standing with Signalis. That's never happened before. Everyone else has said Signalis is a sticky duty and pooped all over it. Well, thank you, Dome Splitter. You are the one person who likes the game, I guess, besides me, because I do like it too. Thank you, Dome Splitter. Okay, I got another $5 tip from CM Fool again. He says, IGN has given the game a 6 out of 10. They gave Quiet Man a 7 out of 10. Haha, they did? They gave Quiet Man a 7 out of 10? What were they smoking in the office that day? Who hotboxed the office with some sticky icky? Because holy shit, the Quiet Man got a 7 out of 10 before Spoken got a 6. That's hooey. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Wow. Galactic Reptile says, I want some of it. It sounded very potent. Holy shit. Okay. Brandon Hill says, I'm not going to lie. I love Signalis. I expected you to enjoy it. I am enjoying it overall. I don't know why I can't get into you playing it. Though, don't say no one enjoys the game. Lots do. No, here's the thing. My audience isn't enjoying it. That's the point I'm making. It's not that the game is bad. I don't think the game is bad at all. I've said as much. I said there's one thing I don't like about the game right now. They took away my map. That pissed me off. Outside of that, I like it. The problem is it's just not working as a playthrough, and that I don't understand. It's very similar to Resident Evil, to Silent Hill. So if those games work as playthroughs, why doesn't this? Is it just the name recognition? It doesn't have it? Is it that the graphics are pixelated? I don't get it. Everything else is good, in my opinion. I just don't understand. Swaggin says, why do you think Tormented Souls works so well and not Signalis? I don't know. I can't answer this question. I literally don't have an answer. I'm just as confused as all of you. I said this yesterday on stream. I don't know. I don't know why people seem to just not like this particular one. I'm very confused. Oh, Bad Brutal says, that's not true. I'm enjoying it too. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear there's two people out there. Tyrannus says, well, remember, Tormented Soul started out with a woman who was nude in a tub. And that's the hook, I guess. If all the robots, what are they called? Well, they all different names, right? But if all these different robots, these AI-controlled robots, were all completely naked from the beginning of the game, maybe then some brainless, mindless mouth droolers would have liked to play through. I don't know. But, you know. Wait a minute. What if I start every playthrough completely naked in a hot tub? Would that bring a viewer? What if it was just... What if the scene from Witcher 3? Oh my god. Bruh. I've done it. Eureka. Every playthrough, I will be in a hot tub, like Geralt in Witcher 3. I will be reenact that scene with the steam coming out of the water and only my balls under the water, and everything else will be fully exposed. And then I'll get out of the hot tub and I'll begin the playthrough just like that. What do you think? Will that bring in the views? Oh my god.
Reminder, Phil does not care about views anymore, apparently.
Chocolate Fuzz has done a super chat. Says, I stand with Signalis. Don't let the low support and negativity ruin your experience of this game. On-demand viewers like me are loving this playthrough. Well, thank you for sharing, Chocolate Fuzz. I'll be honest, also, the on-demand views aren't very good. They're also not very good for One Piece, which I expected, you know. One Piece being a JRPG, and JRPGs are so hard to get an audience for these days. I am happy that people are at least showing up to the One Piece streams to chill with me. That's nice. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that there is an audience for it on demand. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat as well. Okay.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Pam Solo for a super chat. It says, just want to say that you guys are good company even through a chat screen. This bingo and Jujad means more to me than you all may know. Cheers. Very nice of you to say that. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Just as I'm saying, I've had a few people tell me like how much, you know, the bingo stuff, they really enjoy it and they like it, you know, and it's not just all say, that's not just down to me, that's down to you guys. You know, it's like you guys certainly helped make this work. Because keep in mind, I used to do bingo videos before I done them live streams. I made bingo videos separately as a wee separate fucking thing I did myself. They weren't that fucking good and they weren't that fucking popular. But you guys make the line, you know, make bingo better. Just to me, there's no denying that you guys are really make this fucking, you know, the bingo stuff, you know, worth You make it work, guys. It's all down to you guys, because that's what I'm saying. I used to do this like videos before, back before doing live streams. I done bingo videos, and they weren't any of that. You know, they never usually got a whole lot of attention. Some people liked them and the concept of them, but as a wee video on its own, people thought meh. But you guys certainly fucking help make the bingo streams be as popular as they are, and so it's all down to you guys. Thank you very much for your continued, appreciation, and it's always good to know as well how much you guys enjoy it. You know what I mean? This is why I don't like, cancelling last second, and this is why I thought today, Phil's day off, let's just fucking do it a day late. Better late than never. We're still going to do a bingo, and hopefully we get the 2 final squares here, and I can give back to you guys as well.
Thanks for on demand. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat as well. Okay, a couple tips. I got a $3 tip from Garlic Butter Chicken again. He says, that's right, the West Coast is the best region in the U.S. Can we get a West Side hand sign? Actually, don't do that. I'm in Southern California. I plan my move to Oregon in the future. I guess it depends on where you live in Oregon. I guess if you go anywhere in Oregon but Portland, it's okay. But I've heard Portland is a pretty big cesspool. And I don't just mean because of their political views there. I mean, like fucking, they don't even, they don't even follow the law, and no one upholds them to following the law there and shit. It's like insane. Anyway, CM Fool tipped me $3, said I found my purpose again, that to get you to play Forspoken, Evil Laughter. Well, good luck on that one, because I don't think I'm playing Forspoken ever. I'm just saying, I don't foresee myself playing Forspoken. And certainly I'm not paying $70 for it. That's for sure. But Brett Allen Welsh says, yeah, but Portland has great coffee, so it evens out. All right, so you go to Portland, 5 minutes into being there, you get punched in the face, robbed. All the stores around you are getting looted. People are committing crimes, beating each other up in the streets, throwing Molotov cocktails. The mayor's on the stage. Stop! Everyone, please stop! Just maintain, and then punch him in the face. Oh. But you know what? Man, that cup of Joe I had during that was the best I ever had. So it all evens out. There you go. Amazing. Holy crap. Top Dasher says, that's not true about Portland. It's great living here. Here's the thing. I'm exaggerating. That shit was actually going down during COVID and Black Lives Matter. Like, that was documented. That shit was going down. I guess it probably calmed down because I haven't heard anything in the news about it in a long time. But, same thing with Seattle. Seattle was exactly the same. And today, I mean, still to this day, we're in 2023. Tons of business owners here in Seattle are leaving in droves. They just had, I think it was a sports arena, and somewhere all these businesses are closing. They're like, because the law is not being enforced properly here, and people are constantly robbing, destroying, doing stuff, and getting away with it, we can't operate businesses anymore, and they're all leaving. So it's, again, my wife and I want to go to Seattle, but we're afraid. We're actually legitimately afraid to, because all the statistics, our crime is way up, violence is way up, everything is bad. Why would you want to go there? It's sad, because I want to go to Pike Place Market with my wife. I'd like to go to the Space Needle again. I like to do these things. We only did it once ever when she first moved here in 2018. Even then, it wasn't a good trip, I'll be honest. Things kind of went wrong during that trip. I was very stressed out. I'd like to do it again with her and have a nice trip, and everything I hear is just terrible, okay? So, yeah. I received another $1 tip. Oh, by the way, a follow-up, I want to give Tub Dasher, a chance to respond. They said, in 2020, that is true, but it was in front of City Hall. The rest of the city was kind of fine. The homeless problem is real, though. It's all over. Jeez. That's here, too. The homeless problem here is ginormous. Raging Boar tipped $1, says, did the membership goal expire? Did the membership goal expire? No, we hit the membership goal. We're doing the Super Bowl Saturday Bash on February 11th. What you see here is the Tier 2 membership goal. If we haven't hit that by the end of the month, I'll do a special React event during February. But that's the stretch goal, and that's, not really the aim. That's, hey, go above and beyond if we hit that. But we already hit our Tier 1 goal. We're good there. So thank you for the tip. William S. did a super chat. If you had to pick a retro title to play on stream, what would it be? It'd be cool to see you play a game like Link to the Past, keep on streaming. We already played Link to the Past last year. William, where were you? We did it last summer. Right now, if I were to pick a retro game to play, it would probably be Chrono Trigger. The problem is there's no way to play it. There's no modern way to play Chrono Trigger except PC, which I can't do. There's no console that has it. And that's just shitty. I wish there was a console that had it. There's no console that has it. Outside of that, you know what is coming up that I'm going to play? Suikoden. The Suikoden series is getting a remaster, 1 and 2 in a collection, with new graphics, remixed music, and everything. It's going to be great, and I can't wait because I love that series. I've never played it for you guys. I've only played it in the 90s, really, on PS1. It's a really good RPG series. I can't wait to play it. So that's going to be neat. All right, I got a $3 tip from CM Fool. Didn't you say that about The Quiet Man? It just needs to go on sale for $3? Yeah, exactly. If Forspoken goes on sale for like $3, then maybe I play it. But there's absolutely no way that I'm paying $70 for it. I'd be a fucking lunatic, right? Might as well burn my money. I might as well eat my money. At least it would fill my stomach. William did a super chat, says, damn, I missed it. I'll check it out, though. Yeah, I played it in the summer. Link to the Past. Check it out. We had a full playthrough. It was super fun. It was fun to do interactively, too. Brett Allen Welsh says, what's better, Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time? Controversial opinion, but mine's always been Link to the Past. Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game of all time. I don't think it's ever going to change. Would I recommend someone from Texas move to Seattle? Well, if you like complete polar opposites of weather, living condition, and public opinion, and political stuff, yes. If you want to completely flip your life on its head and change 180 degrees, move from Texas to Seattle, and you'll be right at home here. There you go. Let's see. Wonder McDonough says, speaking of on sale, what game would you say wasn't worth its price? I would say Force Unleashed 2. Are you shitting me? You want me to look back over 15 years of gameplay throughs I've done and say what game wasn't worth the money? Oh my god. Okay, I'm not doing that. Raging Boar has done a 5 membership bomb. Thank you, Raging Boar. Wow, that was really nice of you. Congratulations to George Costanza 6.0, Zen Shuriken, John Bono, Madison R, and Green Goblin, who each were just received a gifted membership. Let's actually see how we're doing with memberships. I don't know if they're going to go up or down. They very well may go down because there was a member bomb around Christmas Eve. One of those has already expired, but there might have been another one. So I'm not sure. Let's check here. Let's see.
Here we go.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 464 members as of this morning. I knew it. I told you guys there was a Christmas Eve member bomb. We hit it. We're at 464 members. All right. I'm going to do everyone a solid. You ready? We already hit the tier 1 members goal. That's already set in stone. I'm going to do everyone a solid. All right? Forget this. We're never going to fucking hit this. That's impossible. Okay? Let's do this. Okay? Let's do that. That's even less than it was. Because remember, it was at 650. So we were at 550. It was 100. I just reduced it even more. All right? Let's do that. Let's make it at least more reasonable. And by the way, that should be it for member bombs. There were no other member bombs between Christmas Eve and the end of December. Okay? So this should be very reasonable to hit. If we get people rallying and we get people supporting. All right?
Nah, I wouldn't say that, film boy, because, yeah, actually, you know what? You actually do have some more member bombs expiring. So, he's going to lose 5 when he comes back tomorrow. Put it this way, between now and the end of the month, Phil's going to lose 18 more members. 18 more. And obviously the thing resets by then, essentially, you know. Well, I think reset, he'll lose 17. It's probably fair to say 17. He's going to lose 17 members. The 31st he's going to lose 5 more, not so yeah. 17 more members he's going to lose between now and the end of the month. So, yeah. So then, when that happens, what's Phil going to do? For goals, is he going to set it for 550? When Phil loses 17 more between now and month end, is he going to have a goal of 550, perhaps? Hoping that he gets 100 plus members between that and also the month ending. With that, bear in mind as well, all the members are going to expire throughout that fucking month. Nah, he's fucked. He's probably going to be fucked here. It's hard to imagine what Phil's going to do to try and counter the continuous monthly member bombs dropping off.
Right, so if we hit 525 members by the end of this month, I will do a special react event. We'll start talking about what, like, documentaries or events you'd like to see me react to. There'll be a poll for it and everything to determine it, and we'll actually schedule it probably for late February. Okay? So that's way more fucking reasonable right there. I mean, there's no way we're gonna get 650. That's insanity. Okay? Okay. Chocolate Fuzz did a super chat and says they made an actual Heavy Rain 2. Oh, if they made a Heavy Rain 2, you think it would top your original, arguably best playthrough? Why do you think it was a fan favorite? First of all, you know they're never making Heavy Rain 2. I mean, that was a one-off. And Quantic Dream went on to make many other games. They're working on another one right now. They're not going back to that plot line. Jasper, you hear the chopper outside? That's a helicopter. His ears are all perked up. Yeah, that's a helicopter outside. You can hear it in the distance. It's getting closer. Uh-oh, they're coming for me. They're gonna, any moment, they're gonna rappel in my window. Come in. FBI. Freeze, motherfucker. I'll be in trouble. Anyway, what was I saying? I got distracted. What was I answering? Oh, Heavy Rain 2. Why was Heavy Rain 1 such a hit? Do you want to know why? All right, here's why. Because back then in 2010, all right, there weren't a lot of that kind of game. All right, there was a few. Remember, Telltale Games had made 1 or 2, but Telltale Games wasn't on the map yet. The Walking Dead, you know, was about to hit, but hadn't come out yet. So their big smash hit game wasn't out. Were there any detective style games or anything out at that time? Not really. So having an ongoing kind of murder mystery plot was unique. And a choose your own adventure game was also unique. Okay, the game also had a unique horror aspect where it was kind of like Saw. All right, so it was kind of like, oh god, they're really coming for me. Oh shit. I better answer this question before I get hauled off. So, yeah, at that time, it was a unique combination of factors that wasn't like any other game that I had played before, or really, honestly, it wasn't like anything else that had been out around that time, quite frankly, okay? By the way, it's funny because not Dave Baxter, what about Ace Attorney or Danganronpa? Yeah, Japanese-centric games, very different. This was not Japanese-centric. This was more hyper-realistic. The graphics were realistic at the time. It was like watching an interactive detective movie, correct? Or again, like Saw, interactive Saw movie. It was very unique. Now, in addition, my narrative style fit that game. At that time, my kind of, react to things going on in a game, be funny, add humor, jokes, funny observations, things like that. The quips that I did fit perfectly into the way that that game was delivered, right? And that's what it means. Like, most other people at that time weren't doing stuff like that, okay? They weren't. It was like, I'm a guru at a certain kind of game. I'm going to do the quick-scoping montage or how to do really well at multiplayer Modern Warfare. Here's how you beat an RPG. It wasn't, here's this guy just doing total improv commentary, funny stuff to choose your own adventure. So he's making silly choices, he's doing different things. It was just, it hit right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just hit exactly how people wanted to see someone do something funny on YouTube. And it was very popular. It got me noticed. Excuse me. What's my favorite playthrough right now? You mean of what I'm playing right now? Probably Oblivion, obviously, because it's an ongoing narrative playthrough. Like, One Piece I like, but the problem is the pacing is bad, and the pacing is starting to piss me off with how slow the pacing is in that game. It's like, I want to skip the dialogue now and try to get to gameplay. It takes too long. Warzone's fun and all, but I don't love the game because the online connections are wonky. And obviously, Signalis, I like it, but it's not a masterpiece. While Oblivion, it's hitting all the right notes. Let's put it that way. So I'd say Oblivion is my favorite game I'm playing right now. Would I rather go skydiving or shark cage swimming? Man, there's a lot that could go wrong in both. If something goes wrong with skydiving, you're pretty fucked. Shark cage swimming, I'd say there's less potential maybe for something going wrong. I like to see the statistics. Do more people get hurt skydiving or shark cage swimming? Then I'll answer. Whatever's the lowest risk, that's what I'll do. Because I'm a pussy. There you go. Impoverished Baxter investors, I watched your Heavy Rain playthrough years after you originally did it. I still think it's one of your best things I've ever seen. Wow. No, never heard of Your Turn to Die, and no, I've never been skydiving. Jade, it's all right to admit you don't love Signalis. It's cool. Almost no one does. It's okay. You can be honest. You can be like, yeah, I don't really like it. You don't have to be like, I don't know if I like it or not. You just be like, I don't like this game. It's cool. Most people aren't liking it, all right? Will I replay Heavy Rain again this summer? Doubtful. The thing about Heavy Rain is, it's really that kind of game. You play it the first time, it's the best playthrough. You play it the second time, you do the alternate choices. Still entertaining, not as good as the first playthrough, but still entertaining. Then you do like a retro playthrough of it years later, just for nostalgia purposes. Okay, fair enough. But to play it again today, like, we know the story. We know everything going on in this game. What is the appeal of playing it another time? Probably not much. And that is, sadly, one of the things about these choose-your-own-adventure story games is once you've seen it, you've seen it. You know what I mean? What's the replay value after you've seen a few alternate choices? Pretty much zero.
So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to be like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else
Okay.
to say.
All right, guys, last chance. Last question, because we have to adjourn and we have to start with the game today. Last chance for any kind of question or any kind of contribution. After that, we'll get back to Signalis. And 90% of you will leave, because we have almost 400 viewers. I guarantee we're going to dip to like 200 viewers. I'm not even shitting you. When I say Signalis, people run for the hills. They're like, oh, no! Yeah, we have almost 100 likes just on today's podcast. What I will say is this. Thank you for joining me for the podcast, because I said in that YouTube short last night, I said, hey, please join me for the podcast. Even if you don't like Signalis, I'd appreciate it. And you guys did in droves, and you're supporting the podcast. I really appreciate it. Another 5-member bomb from Raging Boar. Congrats to Blastoise91, Lightning Drake, Toasty Ghost, Lay Doe, and Eddie Spaghetti, who each just got a membership. So that's actually going to launch us up to 469 now. Thank you so very much. Raging Boar for these gifted memberships this morning. And I'm sure these people getting them are really appreciating them as well. Thank you, thank you. And now we're getting close to the Tier 2 goal. We're getting closer. Very nice. Tier 2 members goal. Very good. All right, guys. I think it is time to end today's podcast. Thank you for watching. I urge you, stick around. Watch me play Signalis for a little bit. Chill with me. Remember, it's not just about the game. It's about relaxing and chilling with each other as well. It'd be great if you could stick around and at least give it a shot. Hey, if not... Oh, Bubble Blow. We could do a Bubble Blow, too, because we hit 100 likes. I'll do that before the podcast ends. If not, if you take off, listen, I appreciate you guys still coming and chilling with me. It is my final streaming day of the week. And I appreciate you being here. If you could be here later tonight for Oblivion, that's going to be a great time. I know you guys like Oblivion, but I got to get through Signalis. We got another 3 hours of Signalis today. Okay? Here we go. Bubbles, Jasper. He's watching the bubbles. He's in his bread mode on the floor, where he has his legs under him, looks like a loaf of bread.
Hold on a second. I feel there could be a good thumbnail here. A strange thumbnail, but I think it could be a good thumbnail. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me while I explore the possibility of getting a wee thumbnail of this nonsense. I cannot believe we might be denied bingo. We need one more. We need one more thing. We need him to either, ignore a troll tip, or him to say that being said. Literally, it's the only two things we're becking waiting on. Give me a second as well. I just want to see how this looks. I like testing it straight away to see how it looks when I have the image. Well, actually works not too bad. Look at that shit. That's not too bad. That's a decent wee thumbnail, I think. A little bit. Not the best one, but it's something.
Bubbles, Jasper. He's watching the bubbles. He's in his bread mode on the floor, where he has his legs under him, looks like a loaf of bread. He's watching the bubbles float all around. He loves it. Okay, everyone. Thank you so very much for a great podcast. Thanks for a great streaming week. For those who aren't going to check out this other streams and gameplay today, remember, a cool montage coming out tomorrow on my day off. I'll be back on Thursday with Ask the King and either Signalis or Warzone. We'll see. Thanks a lot. Until next time, all I have to say is, are you ready for some football?
Shut the fuck up. Alright, we can continue. Bizarrely enough, we can continue. Because this is what I recorded.
Okay, enough of that. Alright, guys, let me...
The volume changed like this is a lot louder. The volume, because I think it's because my settings. Hang on, let me just lower the volume a wee bit.
Mix it up quick, and like I said, I'm going to take a brief break just to use the restroom. It'll only be like a minute or two. Actually, let's change colors. You guys like red for Signalis, so we'll go to the red setup. And let's get the camera to fit, shall we? There we are. Is that fitting? Looks good, right? Okay, I'm going to mute the mic. I'll be right back. I just got to use the restroom. I'll be right back in a couple of minutes, and then we will start with Signalis. 3 hours. I don't know if we'll beat it today. I'm going to try, really. It would be great to finish it today, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But, we'll do our best here. And, see how it goes. Sound good? Alright, guys, I'll be back.
Son of a bitch, she's no sorry. Okay, we have one more chance. I'll say disappears as we piss break. And he's away for a while.
100 viewers. I told.
Here we go. So we're going back now, pretty much.
All right, I'm back, guys. It's time to... Holy shit, we lost 100 viewers. I told you we would. I knew we would. I told you. Jasper was nice, though. He stayed on the floor in a bread position and has not tried to steal my chair, which is very nice of him because sometimes he does. Okay. And so, my friends, let us now prepare ourselves for some Signalis progress, because now we can make progress. Yesterday we were stuck a little bit because number one, we didn't have a map and we got lost, and number two, we didn't know how to open these certain doors. Well, we figured out both by the end of yesterday's stream. Okay, so now we're doing it. We actually have to go back into a door with, I believe, 2 rings and solve a ring puzzle on a couple of hands, and go from there and see where it leads us. Thank you all for your support already on the pre-stream. That was really nice of you to give me 100 likes and all this support before we even started the game. Again, I was nervous because this game isn't doing so well, but now I'm very happy that you guys supported me, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anything else today is greatly appreciated. If we haven't hit 200 likes, I'll do another bubble blow. Any other super chats, memberships, tips, all much appreciated. But thanks for at least supporting before we started with the game apparently you don't like. And yes, I know that's unfair to say. I know that all of you don't dislike it, but a lot of you do. All right. Tons of points. I should check eventually to see how, what I can redeem these for. What I'm hoping is to eventually get a whole game for free. That'd be really nice if eventually I could just get a whole game for free. Hello, X-Shooter. How are you? All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to...
Okay, so are you serious? We had 1 free space, but we needed 2. Well, oh, fuck off. That's annoying. I really thought that was where locked in, man. We were 2 to go for the last like 30 minutes, but Phil didn't get any troll tips that he ignored, or if he did get troll tips, he didn't even acknowledge he was ignoring them. And he didn't say that being said. I'll take that being said, because shout out to that being said, they're good guys. So, you know, at least that's a free space used up, but sadly we're 1 away. I cannot believe it. I thought that was a fucking dead set. Dashy says, can we just win anyways? Nah, we can't just... I did it once before. I did that once before, and that was at Christmas time, because it's a special occasion. You know, I was like, fuck it, it's Christmas. Phil annoys me, but I'm not going to do it randomly in January, man, but no. We were close, but it was not to be. So, okay. Somebody wanted to see Anne's clip. Anne, where are you, Anne? I watched it earlier on as well. Where is Anne's clip? Soma Julius. What? By the way, if you're subscribed to Soma Julius Cruz, I assume you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing here. Every single fucking one of his like old streams all of a sudden is fucking on your feed. Sweet Jesus, man. Don't know what happened there. Where's Anne's clip? There it is here.
Look at that moon. All right, guys, let's save up. This was a good 2-hour session of Oblivion for sure. I would like to say thank you to anyone who chilled. Oh, my eye itches. Anyone who chilled and supported the stream. I hope that you found it entertaining and fun. Thank you all for a great night. My final stream of the week, of course. My day off is tomorrow, so I want to say thank you for making this a fun stream for me. And thank you to anyone who supported it, you know, in any way. I really do appreciate that. Now, just for a heads up, for those of you enjoying the Oblivion playthrough, all right, it's going to take a little bit to continue because I'm off on tomorrow. We've got some other various things going on Thursday, including Ask the King. We've got a new game release on Friday. So if you're looking, excuse me, if you're looking for more of this, I'm sad to say you've got a good wait. The next time we're going to be playing this is Sunday night, I believe. No, Saturday night. Saturday night. That's right, Saturday night. So, sorry for the long wait. I know some people will be upset. They'll be like, oh man, I gotta wait till Saturday night. Yeah, we got a lot of other stuff going on for the next few days. But I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time tonight. Again, I thank you all for the support. And, you know, this weekend, we come back for more chill fun, more questing, and good progress. You know what? I'm happy that we actually did an Oblivion Gate 2 to break it up. That's fun that the Oblivion Gate just opened out of nowhere, and you can break up your progress by just speed running one in between everything, right? All right, guys, thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, let's adjourn, guys. Don't go away yet. I'm gonna give you a kind of a week ending, little bit of a spiel here. Okay, let's get everything settled. Let me get set up here. Let me get the camera widescreen for the daily wrap and all of that. Let's see here. Get rid of this and get rid of.
But in case people are not aware, as the title says, so Anne uploaded this video. This was Phil's post-stream night segment, unrecorded as well, unrecorded Oblivion thing from last night. So basically he's finished playing fucking Oblivion, $60 in tips, and he has a strange unrecorded fake, you know, it's like an apology, except it wasn't really a proper apology. It's bizarre. But yeah, so as I said, Anne uploaded it. It's like 10 minutes long, and it's quite interesting.
Shoot. Get rid of that. There we go. And get rid of this. Okay. Bring back the other border for, zoop, there we go. Bring that back for Thursday. Actually, Thursday I'll be widescreen until the night stream. But anyway. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get rid of this. And let's go full screen. All right. All right, guys. I just want to say thank you for a great, definitely a great week. Great streaming week. I want to apologize if I came off in the last few days as a little bit pushy when it came to contributions. A few people have said that. Here's the deal. You know, me being transparent with all of you. So the holiday season was great because not only was there nonstop new releases, so therefore there was way more support, but also if you remember, what was it, September, October? I can't remember exactly the month. If you remember 1 month, I got a crazy big increase in members, correct? You remember, we skyrocketed above 1,000 members here on DSP Gaming. You remember that, right? And basically what that did is they put me into a good position financially for a couple of months there, where I was kind of ahead of everything because I had extra income. I was like, oh, I can actually use this, to buffer that. Remember I said, oh, I was able to get myself a new controller for Black Friday. I was able to buy a replacement monitor because my monitor had died. My TV died, and I was able to pay these payments each month to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? So things were good for a little bit, all right? But basically what's happened, two things, just to be, again, I like being transparent with you guys. There's no reason for me to not do this because I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Number one, if you haven't noticed, yeah, we don't still have 1,000 members. It went back down to the normal levels. So that increase to income kind of went away, you know? And then on top of that, this week in particular, if you didn't notice, things slowed down to a crawl with playthroughs like Signalis and One Piece Odyssey. There were streams going on where I was barely making anything. And it's one thing if it happens once. It's one thing if it happens one day. But this was like multiple days in a row. And sadly, I hate to say it, it put the pressure on me again. It made me feel nervous. And I kind of fell back a little bit into my old habits. And
a reminder to everyone once more, as I said earlier on, Phil received $960 worth of tips alone in between days off. So Phil had just received basically his last dollar here. So $60 for his Oblivion stream took him to the $960 mark for the week's earnings, essentially in between days off. And yet he was fucking feeling threatened. He was feeling worried. He was feeling like he had to fucking remind his audience, by the way, I'm going to slip into my old habits once again because I am such a greedy little fuckboy and I want your fucking money. Phil usually earns over $1,000 per week, essentially, in tips alone. It is not unusual for Phil to hit over $1,000. Just saying. You think this way, he's streaming 6 days a week, and on average he will get between $150 and $200 per day. So you just multiply it by 6, and yes, you're close to 1,000 essentially every time, or over 1,000. So yeah, Phil was not actually fucking earning less than usual. $960 for a whole week's worth of fucking streams for tips alone is still quite a fucking good return. But for Phil, the fucking, the panic mode was on, the fucking, the eyes got all bug-eyed and they fucking put on the black begging shirt off and over the fucking infamous black begging shirt. And yeah, he fucking went full beg mode again. And fans had to tell him he was going back into full beg mode again. And he's apologising for it, even though he's fully aware of what he's not sorry for doing it. He's sorry it annoys people.
I want to apologize to you guys for that. All right, I want you to understand. I don't like being like that. I don't like being like, oh, please support. Please, I had slow days. Please support. I hate that shit. I hate being like that. But it really made me very nervous. And quite frankly, I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks with new releases such as Dead Space this coming Friday, we got some new releases coming out. Like we got SpongeBob at the end of the month. We've got Hogwarts Legacy. We've got the Super Bowl event coming up. I'm hoping that those things will invigorate you guys again to be excited for the content, because when people are more excited, they show up more, they engage more, and yes, they support more, and that means that puts pressure off of me. You see, I wish that I was a ginormous content creator that made ridiculous amounts of money because I had so many viewers. As you know, that's not the case. I'm a very small time guy, and I'm so grateful for what I get. And then when things slow down and things start getting behind again, I get nervous. And it makes me feel weak, and it makes me feel, like I'm not going to be able to make ends meet and provide, and it sucks. It's a terrible feeling, especially because this month I have, big tax payment coming up. I just did, and it was all this stuff. I was like, damn. So basically, to put things into perspective, I don't like being like I am sometimes. It actually, it annoys me. And then it happens, and I'm like, damn, why did I say that? Why did I do that? And I feel like shit. I feel like this week I let you guys down. I really do. Because, when people are coming out and saying, Phil, you're doing it again, that I'm like, shit, again? Like, fuck. I don't want to be like that. It really pisses me off now when I look back.
Was he not even aware of it? Jesus fucking, he's acting like it's a big surprise. Was I? Just like fucking, oh, by the way, Phil, you're fucking masturbating in public against, oh shit, am I? I wasn't even aware I was doing that shit. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realise I fucking had my wee tiny cock. Aye, thank you for telling me, guys, I was doing that again because I was not aware. I was begging like a fucking bitch. No, Phil, you were fully aware. You were fully competent of what you were fucking doing the whole entire fucking time. Don't fucking pretend otherwise. You are a dumb motherfucker, but you're not that fucking dense. You're perfectly fucking aware of the things that you're fucking saying every single fucking day. You say these things for a fucking reason, so you can get fucking money off these fucking dent heads. This is why you fucking draw into the fucking heads every single fucking day. Everything you're fucking doing. Fucking 6 fucking videos a fucking day getting uploaded to your fucking, channel. Every single fucking one of those videos, unedited, raw, constant reminders in them all. Please fucking support, please tip, this game's not doing well, I'm worried, I'm concerned, I have bills, I'm all shit. Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. Then you fucking direct people to fucking check out your daily crap, then you have a fucking short, you fucking upload a special fucking YouTube short, whining and bitching and moaning about this fucking current state of affairs that you're fucking worried about. Then you fucking direct people to go to fucking Twitter, and you're fucking bitching and whining and moaning on there about fucking things going slow for you and you hope for a fucking good string of support and all that shit. Fuck off. Jesus, you know exactly what you're fucking saying and doing, Phil. Don't pretend otherwise. You're not that fucking dumb. Dumb as you are.
Back at some of the streams I did this week, and I hear myself, I'm like, yeah, I did it again. You know? So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. That's why, but that's not an excuse. That's not good for me to be like that on my streams. I want to be positive and all about the games and all about the interaction, because if you take a look, I mean, did people like Signalis this week? Absolutely not. Most people did not. A few people did. Actually, a good amount of people came out today for the finale and supported it. I am very appreciative of that. People didn't like Signalis. That's going to happen. Not every game that I play is going to hit it out of the park, right? But when it adds up to the point where it's several days where it's kind of like that, and now it's looking like, oh God, I'm not making anything for a bunch of days here. It made me nervous, and it sucks. I'm hoping, like I said, this week coming up, I'm hoping that things are going to turn around a little bit because there's new games and everything. I mean, Dead Space is the game everyone's been waiting for months. So I'm excited to play it for you guys. And hopefully it's a great playthrough, you know, and, you know, I hope. We'll see what happens. And again, I wholeheartedly apologize. Here's the other thing, too. It's not like this was a bad week. We had a ton of memberships this week, right? Tons. And on top of that, Super Chats actually are up this week. They are, like, way up compared to previous weeks. The catch-22 here is that support I don't get for a while. It's the tips, and when the tips slow down, like, oh God, so now I gotta, you know, I just got paid by YouTube. Again, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I just got paid by YouTube yesterday, and immediately I had to pay all my big bills. So I went boom, 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 paid them all. And then I'm looking at the other bills that are clearing the end of the month, and then there's another slew of bills that the end of the first week of the month. And I'm looking, I'm like, that's my whole YouTube payment. That's it. It's gone. It's done.
So what's Phil trying to fucking say here? His YouTube payment covers every single one of his bills, and everything else aside from bills, tips essentially. Tips is what makes up any other fucking expenditure. But Phil's saying that he fucking needs about $1,000 every fucking week for things that are not related to fucking bills. What sort of fucking person spends $1,000 fucking dollars a week on things that are not even related to fucking household bills? That's what Phil's saying here. His YouTube payment is basically covering every single fucking bill, apparently. That's what Phil's saying right fucking here.
It's completely erased, as if I never got it. It's all accounted for in bills coming up. So it's funny when people say that, oh, don't worry, you're getting paid by YouTube. It's like, yeah, but that money is already accounted for. That's the problem. It's not like, oh, it's my big payday and I roll in dough for 3 weeks. It's, I get paid immediately, goes out to this, goes out to this, goes out to this. Really, the money that I have to spend on anything is what I make in tips on my streams, you know? So that's why when I have several slow days, it worries me. And I mean, I feel like I gave in to that nervousness and my weakness this week, and I said and did things stupidly that I shouldn't have done. And I really apologize for that, okay? I'll do my best this coming week to not do it again. But I felt like I owed you this apology because I really did feel like I came down too strongly this week after looking back, especially a couple people leaving me comments and things. I'm like, you know, they're right. Here we go again. I'm right back to my old ways, which I told you guys I'm doing my best to try not to do this. You know what I'm saying? And here we go again. Going back to my old ways. I don't like that shit, you know? So anyway, I'm sorry, okay? I really am. I'm sorry, and I hope that this coming week is a little better and it takes the pressure off and I don't do that again, okay? The thing is, I can't promise you I won't, because I feel like whenever this happens, I get weak and then it fucking fall right back into those old ways again.
That's incredible. That is an incredible fucking thing to say. I can't. Oh my fucking god. That is unbe-fucking-believable. I need to hear that one more fucking time. Louder for the people in the back, Phil.
So anyway, I'm sorry, okay? I really am. I'm sorry, and I hope that this coming week is a little better and it takes the pressure off and I don't do that again, okay? The thing is, I can't promise you I won't, because I feel like whenever this happens, I get weak and then it fucking fall right back into those old ways again. But let's see what happens, and hopefully I can be stronger in the future and not be fucking being like that, you know?
Jesus Christ, imagine saying like, guys, I cannot promise you, I won't beg you profusely, because it is something I always fucking do. Basically, how to guarantee Phil won't beg? You basically give him lots of fucking money. You don't want Phil to fucking beg so much, you just give him all your fucking money and hope he'll fucking shut the fuck up. That's essentially how you stop him begging like a fucking bitch every single fucking day. I love as well, I always find it funny, Phil's fucking sheer animosity towards fucking, you know, Super Chats. Super Chats, he doesn't get them straight away. Super Chats are up, but he doesn't get that income straight away. He has to wait for fucking next YouTube payment. You guys know my fucking preference. I don't know why I prefer it. Maybe I just feel like Super Chats are better for me and you. Obviously, there's more of you guys. But, you know, at the same time, no.
Super Meat Boy is in the stream chat, whining and complaining, saying I never talk to anyone unless they tip me or they send me money, which is completely false. All he's been doing is sitting there all night complaining that he's depressed and no one cares. And everyone's basically ignoring him because you're like, dude, we just don't care. You know, you come in, the first thing you say is you're depressed. And what are we supposed to say to that? Now he expects that I'm going to derail the whole stream to talk to him live. So let's do it. Super Meat Boy, how you doing? You're really depressed tonight, huh? You're really depressed.
My stream is my place of business.
The company's name is Brunel Productions. It is internet content creation of on-demand and also live video streaming services.
Big up to your dad.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Please tip me. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Because I have bills coming up. Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Draft for cash.
You better take a sip.
Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Draft for cash. Get a real fucking job. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Please tip me. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Because I have bills coming up. They fucked me again, left and right, and my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point. It's time to push back. It's time to push back. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Please tip me. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Because I have bills coming up. I've never ever used a hateful slur. Ever. And that pisses me off. I want to watch some faggot. Some homo. Fiddle's a nigger.
You better take a sip.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
Big. All I see you do is
I think. Are we okay? Not entirely sure if we're okay now. Think we're still a bit screwed. Is it back? Are we good now? Are we alright? Randomly, I'm just kind of looking at my OBS, details there. I have my OBS it's like capped at 8,000 odd kilobytes a fucking second. Right before it started coming back, it was at 30,000 randomly. Now, Profit will know better than anyone. I have it limited to about 8,000. He actually gave me the fucking. His Profit told me my stream settings, to try and make better most of it. But it actually told me I was getting like 30. I was like my speed, my kilobytes per second, all of a sudden zoomed up to like 30,000 odd. So. Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm surprised. I thought people can hear me. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Oh, for fuck's sake, it died again. The stream's fucking dying a death. This keeps bugging a wee bit. So guys, if it fucking freezes for you, hit refresh. Hopefully fix it. I'm going to play this to try and get through this.
All right. Elon's Musk did a super chat. Hola, como estás? Me llamo Elon's Musk. Good for you. I'm glad that's your name. Thank you for the super chat. And Krasko, thank you for that super sticker. Okay. All right, everyone. This was a great streaming week. I'm actually very excited for next week. Ask the King as soon as I come back will be fun. Then Warzone. That's a good combination. Dead Space all day Friday. And then balancing Dead Space with everything else. Like every day has good stuff coming up that I'm excited for. So I hope that you'll be back when I come back on Thursday. Remember, I'm not here tomorrow. However, I'll be uploading a special montage video tomorrow.
That's essentially the rest of the fucking video. Just Phil just fucking plugging his fucking shit. But yeah, that's that a fucking video. So yeah, Phil, strange little apology video from Anne. Jesus Christ, man, I don't know. Right, guys, I don't know why I've had internet problems. You know, in a stream, I'll try and reboot the modem and all that shit afterwards, just to try and see if it behaves. Who knows what's going on? I think I'm going to try and call it an end here. I'm just going to, before the fucking internet tries to fucking die again, I think I'm going to call it quits. Yeah, Palm Soul says Aquatio recorded one too. Aquatio recorded some of it, but didn't get like all of it. They got some good bits of it, but it didn't have a wee bit where Phil said, "I'm not going to promise you," which was quite incredible. But then Aquatio made a short covering that specific wee bit as well. Guys, I'm going to just wrap things up before the fucking internet decides to fuck me over again. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry it wasn't a full house. I'm sorry it wasn't 25 out of 25 or damn close 24 out of 25. Still got a return. I was convinced we were going to fucking get a full house, but Phil was Phil and fucking denied us a fucking full house. But who knows, maybe tomorrow. Strange, no, Phil, is this Phil's day off? Remember, obviously this was an old... this was yesterday's podcast for today because I fucking had to cancel last second. I should be back tomorrow. Things should be normal tomorrow. It should be live DSP tomorrow. And yeah, as things stand, I will be here tomorrow doing the live version of the stream and the bingo and all that stuff. If I have to bail on you, I will let you know, of course, but hopefully I won't have to. But you never know what can happen. Things happen. Guys, check out That Being Said, which is going to start in about 30 minutes' time. So I would highly recommend checking out That Being Said tonight. You might even hear a wee thing from me on there, just saying. But until then, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. A very random stream, I know, very random short notes as well. I only just, made the stream up kind of, earlier on today, and I didn't have a whole lot of... Also, people don't expect a fucking bingo stream on Phil's day off, so it was kind of unprecedented. But guys, thank you very much for turning up, and I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all later. So once again, thank you very much. Keep me company, keep me writing the bingo card, the contributions as well. You guys are amazing, and I'll hopefully catch you all tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside, and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.